Rivalries in sports are a wonderful thing, and this is one wonderful rivalry. The Islanders and the New York Rangers. It goes back a long way in hockey history. 1975, J.P. Parisi, first time in the playoffs these teams met, he scored the winner in overtime. In 79, it was the Rangers over the Islanders, and they went on to the finals. Move on to 1983. They meet again. Bob Bourne, a great goal here, eliminating the Rangers. Islanders on their way to their fourth consecutive cup. In 1984, it was Olympic hero Kenny Morrow who got the overtime goal, and the Rangers were out of the playoffs. 1990, Pat LaFontaine leveled, knocked out. The game resulted in a brawl. This is the way it looked between these two teams. And then in 94, Mike Richter and the Rangers sweeping the Islanders, going on to the Stanley Cup. The great rivalry, the Islanders and the Rangers, continues tonight. And the renewal of this great rivalry tonight will take place at Madison Square Garden in New York. These teams meeting for the fourth time. They have divided the season series 1-1 so far. Hello, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, delighted to have you with us. Last night, Rangers, another rivalry. New Jersey beat them 3-0 without Alexei Kovalev for the first time out of the lineup, yet they look good.
The big guns were really charged up and were really roaring last night, Messier and Wayne Gretzky. And talking to Wayne before the game tonight, he said, you know what, I'm happy. And as long as Wayne is happy, the body will follow the mind. After 2 periods of looking like his legs were a little old last night, he came alive in the third. Set up Alt Samuelsson. The Rangers led 2-0. Later in the third, a beautiful setup to Luc Robitaille. When Wayne Gretzky is happy, and he's happy tonight because he's going to get a week off except for the All-Star game, he always has the legs.
For the Islanders, lots of shadows this season. One bright light, Ziggy
Palfy. Mike Milbury had hardly anybody to turn to, so he turned to Zygmunt Palfy and said, look, you got to be my guy. Zygmunt has responded, and he has 16 points more than the next closest guy on the Islanders team. The Rangers have to eliminate him.
New York Rangers, very tough every time they play, but especially at home. One of the reasons, they're specialty teams. A look at that in a moment.
Just what does it take to get in shape and stay that way? If you think you need to go to a gym to lose weight, get in shape, and have a body like this, think again. This is Bowflex, a real workout at home that's so good, we guarantee results in 6 weeks or your money back. Think about it. You could get results like tighter abs, finer lines, a stronger chest, and more defined legs in only 6 weeks. It's not magic, it's Bowflex. All of the most effective exercises, plus a great aerobic rowing feature, ready for a quick workout whenever you are. Nothing could be easier. The results you want are only 6 weeks away. Don't think about it anymore. Take action. Call us and ask for a free video and brochure on the machine that works like an entire gym, but fits anywhere in your home.
Great timing, guys. Played for 13 years and I retire, and now you're coming out with this sports news channel? All these scores and highlights are really going to help my career. Look at me now. Gardening. Morons. You guys want to kick my dog while you're here?
In the coolest game on earth, the power forward is a study in contrasting styles. Depending on the situation, a player like Keith Tkachuk employs either resourcefulness and finesse, or when necessary, brute force. Finesse, force, whatever.
New York Rangers here at home have the third best record among the National Hockey League teams on their home ice. Specialty teams always a big part of that at home or on the road. Bill, looking at the New York Ranger specialty teams, an anomaly between the two.
Yeah, power play is strong, penalty killing is weak, but the penalty killers also score goals. It's really interesting to note that the penalty killing ranking is 21st. Shorthanded goals are first. Why? I think both are attributable to the fact that the Rangers really press, and when you press, you leave yourself open defensively. We're going to show you a game against Florida. Nicholas Sundstrom on the faceoff. He actually pushes the puck by the Florida point man on the power play, and then the pressure begins by the Rangers, and they don't care where it is on the ice. They're going to pressure wherever the puck is. This is Sundstrom all the way after the faceoff, pressuring the point man. He wants to force him to make a pass. There's only one option. It's up the boards to this guy. Then for the Rangers, Who's going to pick it up? Who is going to pressure? Brian Leach, a defenseman, all the way up from the defense position, pressures, waiting to hand off to Adam Graves, trying to force this cross-ice pass. What the Rangers try to do with that pressure is force a mistake. When you make one is when they've got you and they're going to go on offense. The puck is right here. Nicholas Sundstrom can sense that. He's getting ready to get it. Adam Graves was thinking, I better back check. He sees the puck. I'm going to change and go that way. So right away, the Rangers transition to an offensive mode. Because of this, they allow a lot of shorthanded goals against, but they also score shorthanded goals because they think offense and pressure all the time.
Mark Messier, one of those who helps out in that department. And at Madison Square Garden, not far away in New York, Statue of Liberty, for the Rangers, a new uniform that looks like this.
Are you tired of struggling to remove unwanted body hair day after day? Then discover the secret to smooth, beautiful skin Egyptian women have known for years. Introducing Alexandria Sugaring, the amazing hair remover that eliminates unwanted hair for up to 10 weeks. Yours free to try for 30 days. Look, Alexandria Sugaring is not a wax, not a cream, but a natural paste that gently removes the whole hair, including the root, without any pain. Every time you use it, hair grows back slower, less noticeable, barely there. Best of all, there's never any irritation or razor stubble. In seconds, you'll have beautiful hair-free legs that last for months. And unlike wax, Alexandria Sugaring even removes short hair. Watch, it removes hair so short it easily removes fuzz from this peach. Amazing!
I finally found something that I can use around my face and my bikini line that won't irritate my skin. It's a lifesaver.
I sugared months ago and my legs are still smooth. Best of all, I didn't have to shave once on my vacation.
Alexandria Sugaring lets me remove even the shortest of hairs. No more long, embarrassing stubble. I love it.
Use it to shape and define eyebrows. Remove hair from any part of your body. At last, you can have a beautiful bikini line without pain. Don't be a slave to shaving. Waxing hurts and costs hundreds. Now the Egyptian's best-kept secret can be yours. Try Alexandria Sugaring for 30 days absolutely free. Keep it and we'll bill you only $19.95. That's less than the cost of one visit to the salon. But wait, we'll also include Alexandria Chamomile Body Lotion for soft, sensational skin. Order the Alexandria Sugaring system today. You won't believe you ever lived without it.
Please call 1-800-990-3366 now. That's 1-800-990-3366. Or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping to Alexandria, P.O. Box 667, Georgetown, Connecticut. For faster delivery, call now 1-800-990-3366.
Fire on Ice, ESPN2's coverage of the National Hockey League is brought to you by the new Dodge. It's about change. And by Bud Ice and Bud Ice Light, the official beer sponsors of the NHL. These two teams here at New York have played 2 games already. Rangers lost 5-3 and won 4-3. Your ticket tonight will get you in to see these netminders. First of all, for the Islanders, Tommy Salo.
Kind of a rotation for the Islanders, but not a strict rotation because Tommy Salo picked up a tie in Tampa Bay Saturday night. Here he is again.
And at the other end, after the shutout last night, he'll try for another.
And Colin Campbell told both of us before the game, Gary, that Mike Richter wanted to play. How are you going to say no after a shutout last night to Mike Richter when he says, I want to play?
Well, the answer to that is yes. You play.
Right.
Wayne Gretzky on the face-off out at center with his line. Over the third bench in the other end. We're underway. Great to have you with us here at Madison Square Garden. Marty McGinnis moved in, took the hit, and King had the puck back for McGinnis. Karpatsev all over him, centered out in front, knocked away. Richter may have gotten a stick on that one. Robitaille tried to clear the zone, could not, came back to the boards. Alf Samuelsson working out there with Karpatsev. 2 of them teaming up, a regular defensive pairing for the New York Rangers. Rangers, the 7th team to have a 3rd jersey. And this is the first night that they have worn it. I like the jersey, but the combination with the pants and socks,
whoa, doesn't work for you. Doesn't work for me either.
No, it looked great when you're just looking at the jersey, but when you see all the guys out there in the full uniform on, it looks bad. Shot on, Richter had it blocked out, did not have to make a play on that one as Randy Wood wound up to take it. Cleared back to Gretzky in the middle, 2 assists for him last night. Gretzky now tied with Lemieux for the league lead in assists. And Gretzky still 3rd in overall points in the National Hockey League. Almost intercepted, came off the far side boards. Good effort made by Mark Messier. Had to look down to see who that was for that new jersey out there.
Yeah, they look different, don't they?
They do look different. Messier out there with Graves on the near side, who's giving chase. Won't get there in time to avoid the icing as Brian Bernard went back on the touch. One of the Islander players not on. Rich Pilon is not playing tonight. A 2-game suspension announced today, so they are without him.
And they will miss him, especially against somebody like Mark Messier. And today the coaching staff of the Islanders said we also miss Dennis Vaske. He's a big, strong defenseman who is still recovering from a serious concussion. So really the Islanders don't have any defensemen that match up well against Mark Messier. So that's why the matchup Mike Milbury wants is the Travis Green line up front against Mark Messier.
Game we did in Pittsburgh. It was a fairly ugly incident with some pretty good slashing going on between Pilon and Mario Lemieux. Lemieux did not get any suspension today. Pilon, this will be the second game that he'll have served. Good save by Richter, and the shot taken out in front. Smolinski banged that one over the top of the net. 2 chances for Smolinski. Leach intercepted the centering pass. Messier dumps it out wide side, back near side for Graves. And Messier, who are both here, cleared around by the 19-year-old Brian Berard, 34 in white for the New York Islanders. Smolinski's got it, clears to the near side. Well, the Islanders may be struggling this year. Whenever they play the New York Rangers, the adrenaline is really flowing. They have played the Rangers tough and always do. Smolinski intercepts, looking to get it back in front, went behind his man, Anderson. Nicholas Anderson was all alone on the doorstep with Richter, but the pass was behind him. Cleared to the wide side, Nemchinov, and it's moved to Messier. Messier in, looking, Nemchinov, Graves. Graves had it batted away, and that'll end up going over the glass and out of play.
Probably be a revolving door on the right side of Mark Messier tonight, but there will be no revolving door at center for the Islanders because Brian Smolinski has really started to pick it up. You see, the last 17 games, 11 goals, 16 points. I mean, this is what the Islanders expected when they acquired him, about a point a game. He almost had one in this. Zygmunt Palffy. Here it is again, Gary. I mean, we noticed this against Pittsburgh. When Palffy touches the puck, something good happens for the Islanders, and Smolinski's chance was generated because Palffy went behind the net, centered it out. I mean, it's amazing how often good things happen.
That's what Mike Milbury says is a constant this year for this team, one of the few they've had, is that when he is out there and Palffy makes the offensive goal. The trouble is there hasn't been anybody else that you can say that about, so this team struggles mightily when it comes to scoring. Cleared off the near side boards, dumped in, blocked by Corey Foster. Foster has just been called up. Played 6 games for the team earlier. He was picked up the waiver wire this year. Wearing number 10 out there, and Mike Foster will be playing in the place of Pilon, taking the roster. James away off the near side boards, and it'll be sent back in. Richter behind the net to hold it up.
Corey Foster has really an amazing shot. If he can get it away, he's got one of the hardest shots in the NHL. He doesn't have terrific mobility defensively, and he's not that physical. So that's why Rich Pilon against a guy like Mark Messier will be missed, because they really don't have anybody to take his role.
Great work by Shane Sherlin. Threw that puck up in the corner. Dumped it back in behind the net. There's Foster putting the battle on with Dubé. Dubé moves it back out in front, looking for someone to get it to. In Foster were doing battle. The Islanders definitely pumped for this game. McCabe couldn't control, and it'll be cleared out of there by the Rangers. Both teams going to change on the fly. Islanders with it. They'll dump that one in. LaPointe dumped it. Both teams getting guys over the boards. Messier on the near side. Gretzky and Messier, a lot of ice time in last night. Affected again tonight. Not a real third line for the Rangers this year, so those two double it up. Palffy gets taken out by Langdon. Langdon got back in last night after missing 13 games with an injury. His first game back last night, he played a lot. Picked up by Kenny Janssen. Janssen gives that one the flip off the boards. Chased back into the zone. Cairns came back to get it. Cairns bounces it off the boards, but not out of the zone. Richter looking, ends up nobody on the slot in time for Doug Huda to feed. Back up to the point. Huda dumps it back around the far side on the near side boards. Smolinski was there again. And the Rangers will move it out. Al Samuelson back into the middle. Tip pass comes back to Messier. Messier looking down the slot. Didn't have anybody cutting. Robitaille moves over. Robitaille gets hit there by Anderson. Nicholas Anderson tied him up. Freed the puck up for the Islanders. No score, no whistle. As we've gone 4.5 minutes here, up and down with the changes being made. Again, dumped in by the Islanders. Richter played that one around the near side boards after it came off the side of the net. Third back out the center by Messier, who gets it back. Messier with Robitaille the trailer. Messier looking wide inside this time. Robitaille cutting. Had it batted away. Good defensive positioning by Travis Green. Shot from the point. That one deflected wide. Rangers gunning Jeff Bukaboom that time. Now they'll D it back up. Bukaboom out there with Brian Lee.
The Islanders really want to be careful of the Rangers rush. They know the Rangers are not a forecheck team as much as they are a rush team. And here comes the rush now. They don't want to get caught in odd man rushes, the Islanders.
No icing to be called here. Salo went back to hold it up. Tommy Salo clears around the boards. Sallow in net here for the Islanders. Has won one, lost one against the New York Rangers this season. And it deflects back to Boom. Marty McGinnis was giving chase on him. Islanders get their line change done. Gretzky's out there. Save made. Sallow got the glove on that one. Nicholas Sundstrom dumps it back behind the net. Robitaille over to Gretzky. Gretzky back in the middle of the shot. What a save made on Nicholas Sundstrom. And again, Wayne Gretzky put it right on the tape. Sundstrom circling in the corner. Takes the shot. That one went wide. Use of the goaltender kick on it. Deflected it into the corner. Boy, Gretzky's picking up right where he left off last night in the passing game.
In the legs department too, Gary. I mean, he looks sluggish the first 2 periods last night and terrific in the third. He's got the jump already here tonight.
Robitaille cleared it back up, or at least tried, had it intercepted. Islanders again making a change. Smolinski trying to move in, and there's Nicholas Sundstrom. And one of the reasons why, as you mentioned in the game last night, the coaches are saying, think about him for the best defensive forward award, that Norris Trophy. You just saw him steal one right there, pickpocketed away. He has done that all year long. So we've had 3 shots for the Islanders, 1 for the Rangers. We have played 5.5 minutes here of the first period, and we still have not had a whistle in this game. Call that restaurant, change those reservations. We're going to be a little bit earlier than we thought. Cairns takes it back from behind the net, breaking his way up for the Islanders. Cairns got it away. Drivers for the Rangers tried to dump it in, could not. Back behind the net, Bates back there, nobody out in front, bounces off the back of the net, the defenseman. Driver, he drops it back again. Rangers getting their D moving in on the play. Shot hits the D out in front that time, and the Islanders will turn it up ice. Boy, they are both going up and down the ice here. Would have been offside, avoided. They'll play it back. Brent Hughes deep in the zone. Travis Green, Rangers there along the blue line, come up with it. Again, another line change being made. Rangers clearing the ice. Laguda goes back to get it for the Islanders. Up on the near side. We may be setting a record here for minutes played without a whistle in this game here in the first period.
Need a hot dog when it's just sort of step out and get one.
Gosh. 12:45 to go in the first period, scoreless. And whistleless as well. Islanders put the move on down low. Malfi back out in front. As Richter made the save. Hit put on by Leeds in the corner. Smolinski trying to center again. Came to the near side boards. Dumped back up or attempted to at least along the point. Can't get it there. Real tight checking, even though this game is open. Back to get it the chance. And there's our first whistle with 11:54 to go in the first period. We finally get a break in the action.
Which pickup, do you suppose, has the most powerful gasoline engine, the most powerful diesel, the most cab room, the most available towing, the most available payload, better resale value than Ford, Chevy, or GMC? If you guessed Dodge Ram, you hit it right on the nose. Dodge Ram. The rules have changed.
Drink Bud Ice, but beware the Penguins.
No blood so far here in the first period between the Islanders and the Rangers, and if anybody's going to draw blood for the Islanders, you can bet that Ziggy Palffy might have a chance. 18 scoring chances against the Rangers this season in the 3 games the Islanders have played. That's why the Rangers were reminded of this by their coach before the game. Look, we got to eliminate the scoring chances from this guy.
Travis Green will take the face-off against Gretzky. Won by Gretzky back to the near side corner. Flipped up, and that will end up going over the glass. So after no whistles for 8 minutes, we end up with 2 within a matter of 3. There's Wayne going to the All-Star game, of course, again this season. He is tied for first in assists, third in points. He's not been among the top 3 in scoring since '94 when he won the title. But he leads the Rangers and is having a big year.
One of the reasons he's happy, Gary, is that he loves the people here. It's great to be back with Mark Messier, but he just loves the players on this team. And he says, as long as I'm happy, he said, I'm going to feel good. My legs are going to feel good.
Messier looks it right now. Rapids have cleared that one around far side. Came back in behind the net to King. King looking at his right to center and nobody to go to. Rebound, Richter. Knocked it away. Puck at the side of the crease. Great chance for Brian Berard. Berard came cruising in. Had the opportunity, and a rebound was sitting there, but nobody could find it. Back through the middle comes Marty McGinnis. McGinnis will crisscross with King. McGinnis looking into the middle for the return pass. Never came. Deflected wide on Richter. A lot of screens being set up by the Islanders in front like Richter, but not able to convert yet. Gretzky dropped it. Samuelson in. Samuelson dumped. No call. Shot. Garpetson. Just rolled wide on the tip and cleared out of the zone by the Islanders. Just missed, and there was nobody on their feet to touch that puck for either team as it went by Tommy Salo.
But the Islanders learned a cheap lesson right there. When Wayne Gretzky has the puck, dig in even if you're the fourth and fifth back checker coming back, because all Samuelson knew what to do for the Rangers. Get up in the play. Wayne's going to drop it to me. Derek King got caught, but he saved his own hide with a great dive to poke the puck away from Samuelson.
Samuelson ended up on the backhand side trying to get that chance. We are still scoreless in the first.
My brakes are gone. Any chance I could get that fixed in a couple of hours?
Tell you what, leave it here. I'll see what I can do. Check in periodically.
I was wondering, how's my car coming?
I have 3 of my best guys on it right now.
With Pep Boys 12 service bays and expert technicians, you're in and out fast. 26,000 items, tires, and service too. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
What if I pick the wrong college? Derek?
What if I can't get into college? What if I don't want to sit through 4 more years of class?
What if they make me take a bunch of classes that I don't need?
What if I can't afford 5 years?
What if I can't get a...
What if I can't get a job?
Tracy?
What if there's another way? Call ITT Tech at 1-800-942-0099.
Well, the Islanders had a pretty good scoring chance just before we left you. Travis Green out in front was able to poke away at it. Mike Richter got his pads in front of it. And then the Rangers always want a transition coming the other way. Luc Robitaille in front. Pretty good defensive play by Marty McInnis. Robitaille went for it and couldn't get both hands loose to get a poke at it.
Almost ended up putting it in his own net as he reached for it. The young Wayne Gretzky. There's the logo that's on the front of the jerseys and also on the back of the helmets for the Rangers. There are the shots here in this first. 10:37 left here. Off the face-off. Battle right at the side of the net. Leaf takes his man out of there. Freed it up. Terrence came back to get it. Cleared it up the board. The Rangers come back. Messier using his left wing side here. They've done that one around the board. Pinned up the far side. They moved over. He does battle. On LaPointe and he pinned up against the boards. Finally kicked away, but didn't avail by Bill Berg. Berg now, LaPointe. Berg and LaPointe do battle. Rangers getting it down there in the offensive zone. Wanted it behind the hold it. Driver stepped up, pulled that in. Foot shot deflected wide. Was they cutting out in front? That's knocked down in the opportunity. Cleared up in the near side board. Steve Webb. Webb gets it out of there. Terrence came back to get it. Scoreless game. Tough play. Chances have been few and far between here, but both teams are skating hard.
Yeah, that's got to change. This will not be, it shouldn't be like the game last night against the Devils. The Islanders don't play as passive a style as the Devils. The Rangers like to score off the rush and play kind of a run and gun game while they take care of defense a little bit. So this should be really an end-to-end kind of game.
Could be, and it has been fairly wide open, just not the chances. Great pass Berg to Messier. Messier moves it, takes the shot, save made Tommy Salo right on. And Chinoff is out there now on the near side. Had it deflected away by Palfi. Islanders trying to move it into the zone off the bench offside. And there's the whistle. Palfi tried to follow it in, but could not.
Well, we've shown you the Rangers' third jersey. The Islanders' jersey is going to change next season. The jersey itself will be kind of the same, and the colors will be the same, but this logo just never cut it. The one that they wear on their chest that has the old bearded fisherman on it. They're going back to the old logo, and they are wearing it on their helmets now. You see it? Remember that logo from years gone by? All they've done is changed the color of blue to navy from royal blue in that logo. So that circle logo is going back on the front of the Islanders jerseys next season, and they'll also have lighthouses on each shoulder. So a little bit of tradition going to be coming back to the Islanders.
They're taking a lot of grief over those new uniforms this year.
It should. The logo is what really everybody was shaking their heads about. And I mean, how do you sell the sport to kids when your logo is an old man with a white beard? I mean, a grandfather figure is nice, but
doesn't quite fit the image of the NHL these days. Berard, the shot save made by Richter again. Remember, Richter had the shutout last night, so he continues it on here in this game with 8:40 to go in the first period. So it was Nemchinov driving it back momentarily into the other end. Islanders get it back. Rangers have been back on D here. Opportunity, Scott the chance, lost control in the corner and it batted away. Puck still sitting over there. Leach came over to get it. Ryan Leach wraps it around the near side. Leach, one of the All-Stars, along with Messier, who will be featuring on our next Friday night. The All-Star Heroes game that will be played will be on the air at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 Pacific on Friday night with us. All the stars of the NHL along with the Heroes game. Now the legends of the NHL playing against some team made up of All-Stars who played for Clement. Gretzky knocks it down. Gretzky Wayne Gretzky in all by himself, and Salo made the save on him. Ooh, his heart can slow down a little bit for Tommy Salo after 99 was coming in.
Same with the Islanders defensemen. I mean, it's not as if they don't know Wayne's going to try that. He got in behind him. And really, the beauty of that play was how he corralled the pass. I mean, it was waist high. Had to take it with the hands.
Knocked it down, got it right back on the stick. Salo made the save. Robitaille got it out of the zone. Travis Green flipped it back the other way, and Derek King will dump it back in. Richter coming back. That'll be touched up on the icing call. Great to have you with us on the Deuce, Madison Square Garden. Rangers, Islanders, scoreless.
Don't miss a minute of your favorite sports action. With ESPN Net to Go, Motorola's new sports receiver. Score updates every 5 minutes, plus ESPN's breaking news and info. Carry NFL, NBA, NHL, baseball, and college action wherever you go. Be in the know when you're on the go.
Introducing the first motorized treadmill good enough for the Nordic Track name, Power Tread Plus. Nordic Track reinvents the treadmill with advanced features like an interactive polar heart rate monitor, fingertip elevation adjustment, innovative cushioning system, a Health Club quality treadmill at a fraction of the price, and it folds for easy storage. Plus, our exclusive arm exerciser for the total body workout you've come to expect from Nordic Track. Power Tread Plus, only at your Nordic Track store. For the store nearest you, call 1-800-TRACK-17.
Want to take a look at this last scoring chance. There's Luc Robitaille. Here is Wayne Gretzky, who's going to peel around this way, and Robitaille knows to look for him immediately. And he didn't have much room to pass through. Stop right here, guys. There was just a little seam here between these two Islanders players, and Luc Robitaille threaded it. He had to get it in the air because the sticks were down low. I don't know, Wayne didn't have much of an option there. I don't think he had room to deep.
Didn't look like it, so he went for that 5-hole, and it was covered up with play by Tommy Salo to keep this scoreless. Islanders on shooting Rangers 6-5 here in this first period. Gretzky remains out on the ice. He and Messier here in this first period, one or the other, has been out there most of the time. Nemchinov has taken some shifts up there with Messier a couple of times already. Schürrle was back on the check, hit put on the far side by Paul Cruz. Intercepted at center. They had it knocked away. Driver will give chase in his own end. Caron's on the near side. Eric Caron's called up at 17. Getting some playing time now for the Rangers. Rolled back into the corner. Islanders, Gretzky had moved up to try and intercept, but cleared around the near side. 3-on-3 the other way. Down the middle, offside. Brent Hughes moving in. Would have been a 3-on-2, but offside on it. Want to remind you, ESPN pay-per-view brings you as much hockey action as you could possibly want. 600 additional NHL games not available on TV in your area can be yours on NHL Center Ice. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to subscribe. See them all. Good house on hand here tonight at Madison Square Garden as you take a look at the New York Islanders bench, a team that comes in 25th in offense, 11th in defense, against the second-best offensive team in the league, the Rangers.
This is an amazing number. Gretzky, Messier scored or assisted on 35 of 42. Wow, the last 42 Rangers goals, that is how important they have been. They have taken turns. Thorne Campbell said in December in their big winning streak, if it wasn't Wayne's line, it was Mark's line.
Good hit by Webb that time. Steve Webb, the 21-year-old, put that shot on in the corner. There's Webb right there getting a little what for back at center ice. Dubé was the one who was going with it. They kept it going for a moment. Centering pass in front, rolls wide. Randy Wood was there, but he just couldn't find it. Wood behind the net. Wood coming back out. Wood looking up to the point. Gets cut off by Berg. Battle goes on there. Wood one-arming that. Good play to LeChance. LeChance in front. Shot. Saved by Richter. Good effort by Scott LeChance. He had a defenseman on his back, but he muscled his way in front and got a pretty good shot off.
That's after the Rangers looked like they were completely out of trouble, too. So the Islanders deserve a little credit on the forecheck there, because the Rangers had collapsed all the way back. It looked 4 Rangers right around Mike Richter and in front of them, and a 5th one coming back in to help. But the Islanders really persisted along the boards and kept it alive, and as Scott LeChance came around, what a move. I mean, I hadn't seen that live. He actually kicked it up with his skate when he was being hooked and pushed and cross-checked up to the shooting position and forced Richter to make a pretty good save.
What a run Mike Richter is on. He's 15-1-2 in his last 18 games with an incredible 204 goals against. However, he's below 500 against the Islanders in his career. He is 7-9-2 against the Islanders. They've got pretty good numbers against him. How many teams can say that?
No, and we're talking about some Islanders teams that have been
pretty bad.
Less than good.
Yes.
Yep.
McCabe was in the corner for the Islanders. Cleared back out. Chased down Jeff Bukaboom going back. Bukaboom in the corner. Came right on him. Lets him know it as he continued through and followed through in the check. Islanders have got to get back on side here. They've got a chance for a 2-on-1. Puffy moving in. Looking to the middle. Shot. Score! Faked the pass. Took the shot. Zygmunt Puffy. And a 1-0 lead for the Islanders.
Twang on the guitar. Ziggy. Look at Colin Campbell. The one guy the Rangers know they have to contain. And if they contain him, their chances skyrocket of beating the Islanders. And the Rangers just, look, 3 forwards all came up, and the defenseman came up too. Brian Leach came up into the neutral zone, and that left a 2-on-1 for Jeff Bukaboom. He lunged at Zygmunt Palffy. Mistake. Watch this. Bukaboom says, I know, I'll just go to him. That's when Ziggy said, I know, I'll just go around him. I mean, he is a tremendous offensive player, and when he's involved in an odd man rush, whether it's a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1, you got a problem, and you usually pay for it.
How good is he? He just tied John LeClaire in goals scored this season. They both have 26.
And Ziggy doesn't have Eric Lindros and Michael Renberg.
No. Richter the save. Rebound. Score! The Islanders, Brent Hughes! A 2-0 lead right off the face-off after goal number 1. Hughes comes back and makes it 2-0.
Big hole, and a great start now for the New York Islanders. Big hole for the Rangers. Brent Hughes' 5th goal of the season. It was just lying there. And Mike Richter was flat on the ice after the first shot was taken. Mike Richter was down, and he couldn't get up. And Brent Hughes, boy, when you're a forward and you can step into the slot, you know the goalie's down, your eyes get real big. That whole net upstairs was open to Hughes, and he just blasted it.
That will pick the pace of this game up for the Rangers. 14 seconds apart. The Islanders get 2 goals and take the 2-0 lead. Doug Huda fired up in the air. Trying to kick it away after losing his stick. Picked up by Brian Smolinski. Smolinski, he takes it. Deflected and just kicked away to the board. Play by the Rangers on Samuelson. Samuelson went down and blocked it. They cleared it out of the zone. But the Islanders right now have the step or 2 on the Rangers. They are getting the better of it territorial here in the second part of this first period. Over to Robitaille from Gretzky. Gretzky the trailer. Fight coming out at center. Cairns and Webb.
Oh, baby! Oh, Steve Webb looks like he's recovering, but it looked like he ate a real good one from much bigger Eric Cairns. We saw Cairns go last night with Randy McKay, and Cairns at 6'6". He's pretty well taller than just about everybody. And oh, he did hit him. I thought he might have, because he threw a big straight right, and Webb is only 5'11". Couldn't lock Cairns out. Man, did he take one.
And they will head to the dressing room with only 4:22 left to go. Pelfy picking up the goal from Green and McCabe. Hughes getting it from Anderson. 2-0 Islanders.
It's about time. about the search for methods to make machinery last longer. Or make a long drive seem shorter. It's about making time to look beyond the obvious. And most of all, about taking time to listen. All things change through time. Cars, trucks, and a company.
The first punch is what did it to Steve Webb, right? Boom, right there. Eric Cairns knocked him one right on the forehead and cut him. And if you don't believe me, take a look for yourself. Steve Webb knows what it's like to fight and lose. Mike Milbury noticed him in training camp, and he was a walk-on, and he fought Mick Vukota 3 or 4 times that first day of training camp, and I don't think he won one, but he was sure game, and they liked his hustle.
Cairns, a tough guy, 96 penalty minutes at Binghamton this season, the Ranger farm team, in 10 games. Tells you somewhat what he does when he's able to stay out there in the ice for a while. Played back in behind the net by Leach. Leach clearing it up. Rangers need to dig a little deeper here against the Islanders. They got the win against the Devils last night, but they are down 2-0 here in the first period. Leach drops it back to Messier. 2 quick goals, 14 seconds apart in the first. And the Islanders have scored 2 goals on 10 shots against Richter, who shut out the New Jersey Devils last night for his 17th career shutout. Glove down at center by Randy Wood, who's had a good first period. Wood makes a spinorama, moves it into the zone. They've been tied up by Lyman from behind. Leach clears it back out. Leach, he'll send that one into the zone. They did not join the offense a lot last night for the Rangers. And Leach of late has played back more than he needed.
He plays so smart, too, that he plays to the score. Last night, the Rangers were leading. As a fan, I almost like the Rangers to fall behind because it means that Brian Leach is going to start joining the rush perhaps a little more, and I love watching him.
While they're winning, Bill, to point that out, he's had only 3 goals in the last 25 games, but he's playing at a +22.
And they won so many games in December.
Yeah.
They were ahead so often. Yeah, I mean, Brian is one of those great athletes that can step it up and change his game depending on the score.
Still the #1 defenseman in scoring in the league. Here's Travis Green moving it in. Green looking for King, cutting, shot, save, Richter. Good shot by King. Comes back out to Berg, drops it off. Rangers would love to get one here before this 46 is down to the field. Around the near side, Samuelson up. Samuelson wanted to risk it, instead dumps it in behind the net. King over to get it. King cleared it out of the zone, boom, boom, boom. No icing here as it stops along the boards. Both teams changing it up on the fly. Bounced off the near side boards. Over to get it. Big hit put on as Berg on the collision side up to the level. Rangers icing it here. Length of the ice, will they call it? Won't have to. Tommy Salo came out to play it. Played by LaChance in his own end. LaChance all the way back in behind the net. Off the far side, Smolinski, who's had a couple of chances in the first period, dumps that one out. It's right in, though, on Mike Richter. Nope. Wide. So it'll be touched, and the Rangers will get the face-off at the other end. 2:03 left to go in the first period. All right, coverage here on the Deuce of the National Hockey League will be continuing for you on Wednesday as the St. Louis Blues, their new coach, Joel Quenneville, behind the bench, of course, making Brett Hull a happy man at this point. They'll be taking on the Phoenix Coyotes. Hull with a 21-19, 40, leading the Blues in scoring. You'll see it Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And prior to that game, Brett Hull will be talking with Chris Myers on Up Close on ESPN. That'll be on before the game at 6 o'clock Eastern. Face off to the left of Tommy Salo. Shots are 11-9 in favor of the Islanders. Fourth meeting of these teams who have split the games 1-1-1 thus far this year. Wayne Gretzky waiting to take the draw against Claude Lapointe. Gretzky won it to himself in the corner as to do. Cleared it up on the near side, though. The Islanders able to work it out. Islanders have got a chance for a 3-on-2 at least momentarily. Gretzky gets back to cover it up. Richter on the long shot save will have to hang on as he had Smolinski moving in to cover it.
Well, Mike Milbury's got such a young defense scorer that really no lead is safe unless it gets really huge, especially against guys like Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. But Mike Milbury's big four are his youngest players on defense, and he's going to have to play them, and he said, I will play them. Look at the ages of his big four. Brian Berard, Brian McCabe, 19 and 21. Johnson, Lechance, 22 and 24. They all log over 20 minutes of ice time a game, and then Doug Hood and Richie Pilon, when he's in the lineup, kind of fit in 8 or 10 minutes. But they're going to have to...
Sundstrom could not handle it. And it's back to center as Tommy Salos made some big saves in this period for the New York Islanders. And none bigger than the two he's made on Gretzky. One on the breakaway and one on the setup in front.
No sooner did we talk about the young defenseman, Kenny Johnson had trouble with the puck. 15 times this season the Islanders have led at the end of the first period. They've only won 5 of them.
Tough for this team that doesn't score many goals to protect the lead even when they are in. Here's Lechance with a minute left to go in this period. Lechance up the near side for the Isles. Lechance brings it out. Back into the corner. Richter thought about going up. Decides not to. Centering pass. Nobody there for Randy Wood. Into the middle of Samuelson. Good tip pass into the middle. Poke kept away. Graves set up in front. Samuelson with a puck. Samuelson dropped it off. Lechance moved in. Graves puts the hit on. McCabe behind the net. McCabe takes the hit from Messier. He's starting to pick it up. He'll go down on top of the puck here. And they don't want to blow the whistle and won't as it's moved all the way around the boards. Messier gets it back out. Shot there. Deflected wide. Good point opportunity right there. Dan Merwillia, referee. Brad Kovacek and Brian Murphy are the linesmen, and that'll be played by the Rangers behind the net. Samuelson back, running out of time. 10 left here in the first period. And Graves hanging back at the red line, but the Islanders saw it, so they couldn't work it back there. Chipped away at the center, and the Islanders are going to have a 2-0 lead. Comfy picking up the first goal. 14 seconds later, Hughes got one. And the New York Islanders are out in front 2-0 after one. New Dodge Intermission Report upcoming. ESPN News, all the day's news stories. That will be coming along right after this break. That's the score after one.
This is the locker room, and that's Neil Smith. We like him when he's good and mean. So we get his mother-in-law to call him Collect before each game without using 1-800-COLLECT. She's got some nerve, Neil. 1-800-COLLECT could have saved him up to 44%. Hey, Neil. She did it to you again. 1-800-COLLECT. Save the people you call up to 44%.
The world's greatest snowboarders at the Winter X Games on ESPN and ESPN2. Presented by Taco Bell.
Snowboarding? Wow! Your mouth looks funny. Oh, ow, hey!
New fajita wraps come from a place where great taste is guaranteed. Where marinated grilled steak or chicken and roasted fresh veggies make your mouth water. Guaranteed. Where is this extraordinary place? Taco Bell. Introducing Taco Bell fajita wraps. So different, so unexpected, so totally delicious. They're guaranteed.
There's nothing ordinary about it. Wrap it up.
They're nutty, goofy, zany, and just plain silly. From the creator of the award-winning television series Wild America comes a hilarious home video unlike anything you've ever seen. These are nature's Fantastic Follies. Fantastic Follies is a non-stop comical romp through the world of animals. It is not available in stores. Call now to get Fantastic Follies for just $19.95. Order now and you'll also receive Backyard Wildlife absolutely free. That's right, both of these extraordinary programs are yours for just $19.95. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-579-6611. That's 1-800-579-6611, or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call now.
Welcome to the New Dodge Intermission Report. Time to get you up to date. Let's join ESPN News.
From the worldwide leader in sports, this is ESPN News.
We want to welcome those of you watching the Battle of New York between the Isles and Rangers. We'll get you back to their garden party after an update from the only place you can get the latest in the world of sports anytime you want it, ESPN News. I'm Bob Stevens, along with Chuck Garfine, who begins our update on Frozen Pond.
Oh, yes, we do. Like George and Wheezy Jefferson, the Montreal Canadiens are moving on up. In their last 9 games, the Habs are 5-1-3, and after a slow start, have jumped past the Whalers for 3rd place in the Northeast Division. Tonight, they're at home facing the Stars. The Habs on the attack. Mark Recchi breaks in with Vincent Damphousse. No good. And then Dallas with a chance of their own. Stars controlling the puck. Sergei Zubov shoots in front. The save by Jocelyn Thibault. Zubov, can't believe it. Neither can we. And here's your score. There's no score. After one period of play, Montreal 5-1-3 in its last 9. The Stars entered tonight with a 2-point lead over the Red Wings in the Central. At the Fleet Center, it's the Senators and the Bruins. Senators out to a 2-1 lead. They like playing Boston. After their New Year's win over the Bruins, the Senators, they haven't won since and are last in the league with 32 points. A game going to be going on at 8:30 Eastern tonight. It's the Lightning and Blackhawks. Both teams riding a 4-game unbeaten streak, and Eddie Belfour snapped a 6-week winless streak with a win over the Red Wings on Saturday. Tony Monte, meanwhile, has 6 goals in his last 4 games. And the two teams going in very different directions, Leafs and the Capitals, will be going on later as well. Well, we'll have to, the Red Wings will have to go without Sergei Fedorov for a while. This after the team placed the star center on the 7-day IR with a groin injury. The 1994 Hart Trophy winner had been hot lately, scoring 7 goals with 6 assists in his last 7 games. But the injuries don't end there for the Wings. Darren McCarty will be out indefinitely after doctors today found a blood clot in his ailing right hand. Red Wings officials hope McCarty will be back after the All-Star break. Well, the news is worse for Washington Capital Mark Tenorti. He'll be sidelined for at least 6 weeks after fracturing his right ankle in Thursday's win over the Rangers. Tenorti is the 4th Washington defenseman to go down this season. And after tonight's New York game, get your fill of hockey with NHL tonight. Kenny Mayne and Barry Melrose will be there waiting for you on the Deuce. Bob?
Too bad Juwan Howard couldn't play for both the Bullets and the Heat tonight. After all, he signed $100 million deals with both of them this summer, leaving the Bullets for Miami, only to have the league office void the deal and allow the Bullets to get him back. Pat Riley turned out to be the big loser in the deal. Howard turned out to be the big winner. He got his $100 million anyway. Tonight, they all meet for the first time since Juwan got really rich. The schedule bringing them together in Miami. Howard booed heavily in Miami. At first play of the game, he gets a pass from Rod Strickland. Miami fans booing him. Puts it in for 2 anyway. Seconds later, Strickland again. Back to Howard. He nails the jumper. You think the booing just upsets them a little bit? Seconds later, Strickland again. Behind the back. And Howard nails the J. Would he ever be stopped? Not really. He made his first 6 shots of this game, had 12 points in the first quarter. The Heat, though, leads this game 24-22 after 1. The Heat coming off its first bad trip all year, losing 3 of 4 in the West after starting 16-2 on the road. Lenny Wilkins and Mike Fratello try to remember which benches to sit on as the Hawks and Cavs battle for 3rd in the Central behind the Bulls and Pistons. They've hit the end of the first with a 21-20 Hawks lead. Battle of the point guards right now. Mookie Blaylock with 8. Terrell Brandon has 7. Islanders and Rangers at the Garden, 2-0. Isles getting 2 goals 14 seconds apart. We'll have more ESPN News in just a moment.
It seems ironic that trucks so diligently engineered to be quiet would have so much volume. Dodge Ram and Dodge Ram Club Cab, the roomiest pickups on the road. Again ranked the most appealing full-size pickup by J.D. Power & Associates.
If the hassle of paying your bills puts you off balance, don't get sideways.
Get Quicken.
With Quicken, the easy way to keep all your finances straight. Quicken software works just like a checkbook. Makes check writing a snap. Now it's easy to see exactly where your money goes and balance your checkbook in minutes. When you're on top of your finances, your life is clicking.
Get clicking with Quicken.
Presenting a space-age innovation in televised college basketball. It's called ESPN Full Court. It gives you tons of great college hoops action you couldn't get otherwise. Call your cable operator or DirecTV for ESPN Full Court.
When all is lost, the Philadelphia 76ers come to town. Well, actually, the Jazz come to town to Philly, and they're beating the Sixers right now in the second quarter by 10, 38-28. The Jazz, coming in, had lost 8 consecutive road games. That might end tonight. Magic and Nets, and score right now in the second quarter. Nets by 10, 51-41. New Jersey has lost 5 of its last 6. Orlando has owned the Nets lately, though winning the last 6.
No Super Bowl news for you. We're 2 weeks away from that, but we've got some coaching news. Bobby Ross just might be the best coach available on the NFL landscape this offseason, and besides the job he left in San Diego, it can be argued that the Detroit Lions are the closest team to a Super Bowl looking for a coach. The Super Bowl is a place Ross has been, but the Lions never have. Sounds like the makings of a marriage, one that William Clay Ford sealed today, giving Ross what Bobby Beathard wouldn't in San Diego, almost complete control, in exchange for a tighter rein on a talented team that often took advantage of the warm and fuzzy Wayne Fonts.
I think it really got down to certainly the traditions of this organization, which I think go back to the original years of the National Football League. And to me, that was exciting. I'm a traditionalist. I go back a lot to that type of thing, and I think that there's a very, very rich tradition here. Certain things jump out at you right from the very beginning, and certainly you start with Barry Sanders, who is obviously perhaps the greatest running back that's ever played this game. And it's going to be a thrill for me to have the opportunity to work with someone like that.
Ross's record for turnarounds would be the envy of many corporations. He won more games at each of his last 3 stops than his predecessors. The most dramatic turn coming in San Diego, where the Chargers were 30-49 before Ross and Beathard, 47-33 with the now divorced pair. In his first year in San Diego, he turned around a 4-12 team to 11-5. That's what they're hoping he'll do in Detroit.
Those of you on the Deuce, we'll send you back to the Ranger-Islander game with Gary Thorne and Bill Clement. Those of you on ESPN News, the news continues after this.
Do you want to make more money? Of course, we all do. So find out how easy it is to train at home for a better career. Just get a pencil and paper right now and write down this toll-free number. There's absolutely no obligation. At ICS, more than 10 million men and women have trained for job promotions and new careers without ever setting foot inside a classroom. And now, at home in your spare time, you can get your career diploma or even your degree. Choose from any one of these courses. High school, TV VCR repair, computer programming, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical office assistant, computer-assisted bookkeeping, small business management, medical transcriptionist, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics, air conditioning repair, dental assistant, hotel restaurant management, fitness and nutrition, PC repair, or get your degree. You can major in business management or accounting. Compare your present salary with the money you could be making in any one of these careers. They'll be repeated for you at the end of this commercial, so have your pencil ready to jot down the course you're most interested in. Then call the ICS toll-free number, and we'll send you one of these exciting career packs absolutely free. Your career pack explains how easy it is to study at home, tells you about the many opportunities available to people who train through ICS to get better jobs. And that's not all. You'll also see the exciting learning materials included in your course at no extra cost. They make it easy and fun to train for that better career. Just get a pencil and paper right now and write down this toll-free number. There's absolutely no obligation. Here are those courses again, so call today for free information.
Call now for free information with no obligation. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career, to make more money, or advance in your present job. Call 1-800-427-0195. Operators on duty now to send you free information. Choose any one of these exciting careers. That's 1-800-427-0195. Call now.
When Grand Slam tennis goes down under, the world's best players go to the top of their game. The 1997 Australian Open. Coverage continues tonight at 12 on ESPN2.
Tonight's intermission report is presented by the new Dodge. We're thinking ahead.
There hasn't been much for the Ranger fans to smile about in the first period, but just a little bit there in the corner. Yeah, I think so. New York Islanders, who haven't won in 7, 0-6-1, have a 2-0 lead. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement. Pretty good first period for the Islanders. A very good first period.
Really good first period. The one guy that the Rangers knew they had to stop, they really let up on him. And the Rangers made more mistakes than the Islanders, and that shouldn't happen. Zygmunt Palffy's the guy the Rangers needed to stop. Roll tape. We'll show you what they did with Ziggy. They pinched up in the neutral and got caught. 2-on-1. Say goodnight. Ziggy scored, made it 1-0. Not long after that, Mike Richter with a great save, but he dumped the rebound right back out to Brent Hughes. That was 2-0. Tommy Salo was the story for the Islanders because Wayne Gretzky had 2 great scoring chances. That breakaway, and then late in the period, that close-in chance. So because of Tommy Salo, the Islanders are up 2-0.
And if they continue to play it, maybe they'll get out of that streak right here at Madison Square Garden. There are the numbers for the first period. You see the shots at 12-7 in favor of the Islanders, even though the scoring chances 7-4 in favor of the Islanders. You got to like that. You got to win 3 periods, though. That's been a problem for the Islanders this season. They'll be back. Face-off coming up for period number 2.
See yourself in a whole new way with a job you've only dreamed of. Prepare an F-18 for takeoff. Check out the cockpit of a Seahawk helicopter. Help navigate a nuclear-powered submarine. Are you ready to find out about exciting jobs like these? Call this number now for our free booklet, Today's Navy, and get the facts about over 50,000 jobs in 60 different fields. If you've got the drive and a high school diploma, the Navy can teach you high-tech skills in some of the hottest fields around. State-of-the-art computers, nuclear propulsion, aviation electronics, skills you can build a future on. Go ahead, pick up the phone and ask for our free booklet. You'll find out which jobs are available right now and about great Navy benefits like 30 days vacation with pay, the chance to travel the world, and up to $30,000 for college. Don't wait. Call 1-800-USA-NAVY today for your free Navy booklet. We'll give you the training, the benefits, and most important, the jobs. Navy. Let the journey begin.
Tune into SportsCenter and see the best sports moments of '96. Cast your vote for the athlete or performance you feel deserves a Fan's Choice ESPY. Watch SportsCenter or vote on ESPN Net Sports Zone for the '97 ESPY Awards on ESPN.
Fire on Ice, ESPN2's coverage of the National Hockey League is brought to you by MasterCard, the official card of the NHL. And by Miller Lite. When you've got the great taste of an ice-cold Miller Lite, life is good. The Rangers have lost only 1 game in their last 10 at home, but Zygmunt Palffy is trying to add another to that negative side. And in the first period, he helped it out.
Things might get worse before they get better for the Rangers if Ziggy follows the numbers, because the second period for Zygmunt Palffy is generally his big period. You can see that 14 of his 26 goals have been scored in the second period, so the Rangers have to kind of tie him up now, because the Islanders might not be that good defensively, and they have young defensemen. But if the Rangers don't pay attention in this period to Zygmunt Palffy, they're going to dig a deeper hole for themselves.
Palffy, the 24-year-old, now tied for 6th in goal scoring in the NHL. Mike Milbury's team, though, being consistent, name of the game, young players is tough. When they've had a lead after the first, you see they've only won 5. Leading after 2. They have won 8, but there were 8 others that got away from them, either in losses or ties. So not good numbers for protecting a lead. Wayne Gretzky out to take the face-off. Nicholas Sundstrom, Luke Robitaille will be on the line with him. Travis Green has drawn the assignment with his line of being out there against Gretzky, and they've been out there most of the night. Veteran out there, Derek King, the near side wing. Bounces by him and into the zone. Leach back to get it. Ryan Leach. 6th in assists in the National Hockey League over to Gretzky. At the red line, he'll send that one around the net. Tommy Salo, big first period, came away with 7 saves on that many shots by the New York Rangers. Leach back out again, waiting for his teammates to clear. Gretzky, the last one to come out of the zone, flipped up in the air on the wide side. Robitaille on the second chance got it in. The bouncer goes behind the net. Played there by Kenny Janssen. Janssen strikes it up. Rangers trying to force the play, get the turnover at center. Bukaboom. He flipped it back over to Leach. Leach for Bukaboom behind the net. Islanders make the first change here. Underway in the second period. Gretzky circling the side. Started back out. Robitaille at the red. Robitaille comes from trailing. Robitaille moves it in. Gets pinned up by McCabe in the corner. Robitaille bangs it away and pinned it for Gretzky. Too hard for him to handle. Near side Samuelson all the way across the ice to get there. Gretzky goes the other way, but Samuelson had already come over here. So it rolls back out the center. Driver bounces that one up in the air as they get back on side. Now over to Robitaille. Robitaille around for Gretzky. Gretzky on the near side, forced up against the boards. Ryan Berard had pinned him up, and that'll be cleared up in the attempt to pass to the point. Islanders get it. McCabe up. McCabe, but Travis King cutting to that. King on the near side. Didn't touch, just hit wide. Great setup by King for Travis Green. All he could do was tip it and hope, and it went a little wide on Richter. Driver lost his stick, able to kick it around, but not out of the zone. Berard tried to center, hit the side of the net, and a little piece of Samuelson. Islanders putting the heat on early. Save made by Richter and a tip by Anderson. Nicholas Anderson alone. That slot is open. The chance going back to the point tried. Got pinned up on the near side boards. Islanders pick up where they left off, as they again have that step on the Rangers, and it's cleared out.
They have the step, and the Rangers are still making really big mistakes in their own end that lead to these real quality scoring chances by the Islanders. The Rangers are way too loose.
And the shot, Richter has to knock that one down off Marty McGinnis. McGinnis on a deflected pass found himself open for a moment and got the chance. Colin Campbell will not be happy with the performance here. Remember, it is back-to-back situation for the Rangers. Nevertheless, Everton back up to the point. The shot deflected wide. Messier near side center. Shot. Great save made. Tommy Salo again on Adam Graves. Cleared up on Graves, the one-timer. That deflects in front, never ended on net. Good play by Huda, the defenseman for the Islanders who blocked it. Anderson back the other way, sends it in. Broken stick behind the net. Leach pinned up back there by Marty McGinnis. Off the near side, the Rangers will start it back up. Big guns on this line. Messier quiet in the first period. Gretzky's the one who had the opportunities early in the game. Unlike last night, that was Messier who started out hot. Gretzky picked it up in the third. Side, fans on the call. Nobody's going to get one. Newman took his man down after a Ranger had been hauled down in front of the net. Puck is underneath the Islander. That'll get a whistle for the draw. Second period, the Islanders up 2-0.
Find it in your heart, sir. Ma'am, a little help, please. Thank you. I am a former NHL netminder. Oh, right there. Thank you, sir. Still got it. I had my goals against average ruined by Jeremy Roenick in the effortless way he moves the puck through traffic. Hey, I'm working this corner, pal. I want back in the NHL. Thank you. Oh, you see that, sir? I got in front of that. I want another shot at Jeremy Roenick and his shiny Nike skates. Ow, that's the same thing. Right there with the glove hand. Hey, I don't come to your office and stare at you, sir. Thank you. You want change with that nickel?
How far can MasterCard take you? Here in Australia, MasterCard takes you into the future. The new MasterCard Cash Card. A MasterCard you can use just like cash. It's happening right now down under, and it's on its way here.
The Islanders' man-to-man coverage in their own zone has been real good in this period, real good in the game. There was tight man-to-man coverage in front. Salo just had to make kind of a little deflection save. A scoring chance for the Rangers, but they're not coming easy. Tommy Salo, after the two saves against Wayne Gretzky on those two good chances, has not really had to make many tough ones.
Salo coming in with a .301 goals against, .892 save percentage. Sparkling saves in the first on Gretzky, and the Islanders getting that 2-0 lead. A point on the face-off win to get the Islanders out of the zone. The Islanders have been trying to pass their way into the zone when they can, and have been able to beat the Rangers to it and hold it in on more chances than not. That one goes up over the glass. I understand that Karpatsev, the team defensive teammate of Ulf Samuelsson, is not on the bench here to start this second period.
You know, he took a shot, Gary, late in the first period, and I noticed him limping off. He went down to block a shot in front of Mike Richter, and you know, he also coughed up the puck on that Brent Hughes goal. I mean, there was a real low percentage pass that Hughes cut, passed off. There was a rebound that came out to him, and Hughes finished it off. But I doubt that Colin Campbell would have told him to take his gear off just for making one mistake.
No, I don't think so. Not that guy, huh?
Not as well as he's been playing lately.
we'll keep an eye out there and we'll see who teams up with all Turn around the near side. McCabe stepped up to the Islanders, pushed away the center wall. Working it back. Islanders have been there all night, though, covering up. Not much room. Then Phenom back to the puck. Sanders in the shot. Deflected. Islanders just feather that one out of the zone, and this is going to be an icing call, maybe. Rangers got to get there first. They will with Driver. Ends up on the touch. Good effort by Claude LaPointe, though, getting back. Samuelson picked his stick up and let him get in on the puck. Mr. Tough, 299 points. He's looking for a milestone in a department that doesn't mean a whole lot to him as a banger defenseman. His next point will be his 300.
I think the big victory for the Islanders in the first period. Mike Milbury's guys limiting the scoring chances of the New York Rangers. Yes, the Islanders scored 2 goals, but in their last game in here, Mike Milbury's coaching staff was saying today that they allowed the Rangers 30 scoring chances in a game. That's about double what you want to allow, and you're going to lose. And the Islanders did lose that game 4-3. So in the first period tonight, Mike Milbury's guys allowed the Rangers only 4 scoring chances.
The Rangers have had only 8 shots in this game. See the Islanders, who have struggled mightily on the road with just the 3 wins. They haven't won in the last 5 road games, going 0-4-1. Now the save again. Opportunity. Rangers off the face-off down low. Robiev was there that time. He's not, I don't know if he's been out there on the ice before in this game. Langdon clears it back out, maybe once before in another chip. Played his first game this night, picked up an assist on Messier's goal. Now Langdon gets into it here. Penalty coming up, maybe more. Separated Randy Wood from Langdon. And we will have penalties coming up here, or at least one. Want to remind you, NCAA basketball coming your way on the Deuce doubleheader tomorrow night. Number 16 Villanova will be taking on Notre Dame. Tim Thomas leading the 16th ranked Villanova team at 7 Eastern. Then UMass and St. Bonaventure will go at it. Bonnies have lost 17 straight to the Minutemen. Tomorrow night we'll see if they can overcome that on the Deuce.
Well, here's what ended up being called for a good reason. Darren Langdon just about made Randy Wood a pile driver headfirst into the boards, and he hit him in that no man's land zone about 5 feet from the boards.
Boy, he's lucky he only got a 2-minute on that one. Well, that's what it is. Boarding at 4:10 on Langdon. First power play of the game, and it goes through the New York Islanders. Chipped in wide. The Islanders this season right there at the bottom as far as power plays are concerned, but they went 4 for 10. Our 4 for 10 against the Rangers this year. The power play has been best against the New York Rangers. On the near side, they will work it. Rangers stay back. Smolinski. They set one up on top. Nobody right now directly in front of Richter as they stay high and wide on this power play. Now they'll crease through. Shot goes wide. Point shot taken by Berard was wide. Ryan Berard back there. He and Marty McGinnis is working front tonight for the Islanders. Locked it up. Rangers, remember, have scored 9 short-handed goals leading the league, and Messier was right there looking for another one, and he's up ice looking for one here. Messier's back at the red line. Shot tipped wide. Actually a pass by McGinnis. Couldn't be deflected, though, in front by Berard. Smolinski sets up in front of the net. Rangers will just clear this one out of here.
Marty McGinnis with that shot. The reason he is on the power play is to try to get more shots. Kenny Johnson had been playing the point. Islanders coaching staff felt that Kenny Johnson was more of a passer than a shooter, so in came Marty McGinnis to take over.
Rangers 21st in the league, killing them off. He steeped down for them after finishing 14th last year in that department, but it's been hot and cold for them in the killing penalties. When they're on, they've been outstanding. When they have not played well on the short-handed unit, it has been a disaster for them. LeChance takes it back in behind the net, 17 left on the Ranger 2-minute liner to Langdon. Power play underway. King goes wide side. Shot by Clement. Scores! A rip shot by Travis Green. Whoa, coming down the right wing side, and there wasn't a lot of room over there. Just blasted, and Richter looked as though he was going to try and poke it away with a stick, and it went to the back of the twine.
And Mike Richter had to lose his angle on this because he was out far enough to take away anything But I think he might have leaned to the left a little bit, so Travis Green was able to beat him on the long side. That is Travis Green's 10th of the season. Islanders could really use Travis Green to come on offensively. I mean, this is really wide, right along the board. See, Mike Richter is out and set up. Can't tell if he lost a bit of the angle. Don't want to take anything away from Travis Green's shot. Boy, he put that right inside the post. I mean, he really let one go that was super accurate just inside the post.
25 goals for Green last year, 10 now this year, and the Ranger fans are oohing and awing here. A 3-0 Islanders lead. Randy Wood looking to add to it. The first 2 goals they scored within 14 seconds of one another in that first period. They want to do it again right here. Played back up and out of the zone with the Rangers, who are back at full strength after Green got the goal. Dumped on and chased down the middle. Good defensive play by Janssen. Green, the power play goal, coming into Webb. Rebound just went wide. Tommy Salo. Gretzky tried to center again. Fanned on by Newman at the blue line. Leach trying to set up Gretzky. That was deflected off the defenseman's sticks and cleared out by the Islanders to get out of trouble. 6:01, time of the goal by Green. And a 3-0 lead here for the Islanders.
On Friday, before the Islanders game in Pittsburgh, Mike Milbury had a talk with Travis Green. Travis Green held out and ended up getting his $1 million, but Mike Milbury said, look, you're trying to be a point-a-game guy, but you can't go out there and consciously try to score points. What you need to do is get more involved, try to contribute in as many ways as you can, and the points will come. Travis Green did that night, picked it up a little bit. Here he scored to give the Islanders a 3-0 lead, but it never works. When you go on the ice to try to score, you can't do that. You have to go on the ice with the intention of saying to one another, if you're with your line on the bench, come on, let's forecheck them, let's work hard, let's try and get some rubber on whoever's in goal, and the offense will come. But when you go out there and say, let's score, you can't. Doesn't happen. No.
Well, Mike Richter's found out they could score. They're getting it done tonight. Richter, who averages giving up 2.5 a game. Islanders already have 3, and we're not halfway through this game yet. Right along the blue line. Puck still free. Green had it, lost it. Dumped away to center. McCabe back there. Make sure the Rangers can't break. King trying to send it into the zone. Rangers trying desperately to pick the play up. Langdon out there banging away. Spun his man down. And King gets into the shoving match on the near side. They will break that one up. Celebration, goal number 3 for the Islanders.
This is Dick. Dick is a creative superstar and the man behind the advertising you're about to witness. We gave Dick a 6-pack of Miller Lite and a pencil and asked him to come up with a Miller Time concept that beer-loving people would like. This is what he came up with. This has been a Miller Time presentation by Dick. Thank you for your time.
Well, 5 games ago, Mark Messier gave Don Van Massenhoven, one of the referees in the NHL, a piece of his mind. I mean, he really let him have it. Talked about vendetta against him and all kinds of stuff like that. Since that point, and Don Maruelli is just Exhibit A because he's wearing the stripes. Since that point 5 games ago, the Rangers have had to kill 27 penalties. They've only had 11 power plays. I mean, it's incredible. And I can't imagine that I'm not challenging the integrity of the roster at all because I really believe in these guys, and I don't think they would go out of their way to try to put the Rangers behind the 8 ball because of something Mark Messier said. But boy, I'll tell you what, if you wanted to try and make a case, those numbers would be where you'd start.
Especially when the Rangers had the number 1 power play in the National League, and without it, obviously, a real weapon of theirs offensively is not there. Newman in the corner. Newman dumps it back in behind, but that's nothing away from the Islanders in this game. Tommy Salo's made big saves, and the Islanders, who usually can't score for a lick, have come on big here in this game. 3-0 lead, and they continue to play hard. Vukovic drops it back over to Leach. Leach gets it up the middle. Newman into the zone. Far side. Gerard going into the corner. Berg took him down. Berg battle behind game. That's one of the more amazing numbers in the NHL for a team that has won 12 games all year long. Karen sends that one in. Sala will just let it go, and touched up by McCabe on the icing call on the Rangers. So Colin Campbell short a defenseman. Karpatsev is out of there. He has taken a hip injury in the first period and is gone for the game.
Randy Wood at one point in the first period came over the blue line and really had time to let one rip. It never got to Mike Richter. Why? Because it hit Karpatsev in the hip. Side of the leg. I imagine it's specifically hip. It might have caught him on the side of the leg. You're never quite sure, but it did look like it hit him in the leg because he limped off.
His 200th game, too. He was celebrating his 200th National Hockey League appearance here tonight, and now he's gone. The chance's shot is deflected by Gretzky over the glass, and Mike Richter's got to be wondering, hey, what happened? I was facing one of the top teams in the division last night, and I shut him out. I'm against the 25th team in the NHL tonight, and I'm down 3-0 halfway through this game.
Come on, Wayne. That's the second thing he's thinking. Come on, Wayne.
Gretzky turned it on in the third period last night, assisting on the 2 third-period goals. Scott LeChance dumps it in. Richter goes back to get it. And the Rangers will try and find a little room here, trying to find a way to get it by Tommy Sala. Gretzky's line out, intercepted by LeChance. Flipped away off the boards by Marty McGinnis. Driver comes back to get it. Driver sent it up to the blue line, batted away from Robitaille. And sent in by Nicholas Sundstrom around it. Stop it. Gretzky hard back near side. Nicholas Sundstrom looking at Driver at the point. Driver will wrist it. Deflected out in front. Goes to the corner. And put in by Smolinski into the seats after he had blocked the shot. And that'll get a whistle for the faceoff.
You think the Rangers will be anxious to don these new uniforms again anytime soon, depending on what happens in this game?
That may take care of the uniform issue if they lose to the Islanders here tonight. I think they're only going to wear it for 9 games, I think, this year. Most teams, 9 or 10 games, they wear their third jerseys. It's a marketing thing, obviously. It's to sell more merchandise.
And it's forced the Islanders to wear their home jerseys here. I don't know if the Islanders have ever worn their home jerseys here. At times in the past, teams have one time a year, one game a year, changed up so the fans, the season's ticket holders, can see their road uniforms live in the home building, and vice versa.
There were some jerseys. Those were sweaters. Real sweaters. That's some of the pictures that are framed outside the Ranger locker room down in the run.
Black and white, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Randy Wood leaps there to knock it away. Good setup by Wood. Rolls to the blue line. Janssen shot, a save made by Richter. A hard, quick shot from the blue line that time. Claude Lapointe create a lot of problems down low, and Richter ready, had it hit him in the midsection.
What Mike Richter has to hope for is that the Rangers end up with a power play. I mean, we've played now with the game last night. Here's the little turnover at the blue line that Mike Richter had come right and hit him in the Statue of Liberty. But the game last night against the Devils, where the Rangers didn't have one power play, and so far tonight we played a period and a half. 4.5 periods without a power play. When you have the #1 ranked power play in the NHL, that'll cripple you. I mean, especially when you're behind in a game.
42 of their goals have come off the power play, right off the face-off again. Lapointe charging in. Richter's got to make another save. So Claude Lapointe, the 28-year-old veteran, charging hard off the draw on Richter, who's, I expect, seeing a lot more rubber already in this game than he anticipated off the Islanders' sticks. It's 17-10, the shots in favor of the Islanders. Off the draw, sent back around by Bukaboom. Leach waiting. Comes to Bukaboom on the near side. 1-2-2, the defensive checking system used here. Good old basic 1-2-2 by the Islanders. And it'll be flipped out through center. Back to get it to Dave.
And Gary, they don't mind if that one up front gets beat with a pass. They just don't want to pass to beat 2 players. So that's why they try to keep the gap between the 2 and the 2, the 2 forwards and the 2 defensemen, pretty tight. They don't care about that up front gap between their lead guy and the 2 guys that are backing him up.
They'll cover that up at center if it gets out there. That one will be deflected into the seats with 9:53 to go in the second. NHL tonight on the Deuce, Tuesday through Saturday at 11:30, or following any game such as this one on the Deuce. Hockey show for all hockey fans. It brings you scores, highlights, and all the news stories. NHL tonight on the Deuce. And it will be on following this game. It'll be brought up to date on a fairly busy night in the National Hockey League. Wayne Gretzky going, of course, to the All-Star game. We'll see him out there Friday. He'll be involved in the All-Star affair, and will on Friday on ESPN, carrying the Friday night Heroes game and the skills competition. The all-star players will be participating in the skills competition after the Heroes game. Islanders dumped in by the chance behind the net. That's for Friday night, 90s for 16. Put by Alf Samuelson, got it out of the zone. In the middle of Gretzky. Gretzky moves in a 2-on-2. Sends it. Samuelson tried to back it in for Gretzky. Couldn't get it through. Good coverage by Brian Berard that time on Gretzky. So good that Gretzky gave him a little slash to the back of the legs as he came out of the zone. On the near side, Churla. Shane Churla. One of the forwards. Nolan Campbell tries to get in there on an irregular basis, but keep the body warm so he can come out and do some damage.
Yeah, he's a real hitter. And when Colin Campbell can get him out there, what he hopes to do, especially in a situation like this, is use Shane Churla as a momentum changer with the body and the big hits, get the crowd back in. This place is dead in here now.
It is very quiet, and so are the Rangers, who are down 3-0. Intended for Gretzky, but it came to Driver. Driver moves it in. Rangers want to change. They'll do so right here. 3-0 lead. Blues in the building now, and they're not booing the Islanders. They're booing the whole team. On the far side, a Ranger down, and there's no penalty called immediately on this.
I think it was accidental. Darren Langdon got hit with a stick, and the reason there's no penalty, it looked to me as if it was accidental. I mean, a replay may prove me wrong, but Langdon is cut.
Langdon trying to get to the dressing room as quickly as he can, asking for a towel.
He knew he was bleeding. Was that a follow-through, perhaps, on a... Well, here's Langdon. It was a follow-through. It was Ziggy Palffy that actually tried to loft the puck off the glass and around behind Tommy Salo, but the follow-through KO'd Langdon.
Karpatsev is already out of there, the defenseman. Now Langdon is headed into the dressing room, and there will be a penalty called.
Uh-oh, just when you really need them, your wipers never work. Don't wait till it's too late. Get the original Triple Edge wipers today. The patented Triple Edge design works better than any other wiper on the market. Look, the first edge clears, the second cleans, and the third edge dries. Nothing works like Triple Edge. Those other wipers crack and tear and rot. Not Triple Edge. They're made from Dow Corning silicone. Over 10 million have been sold. Clear snow and ice, see clearly through that heavy downpour. Even dirt and mud come clean, and they install easily on any vehicle. Get your Triple Edge wipers today, now just $19.95. But wait, we'll also include concentrated Triple Edge washer fluid absolutely free. All this for just $19.95. Triple Edge, the last wipers you'll ever need, guaranteed. Call now.
Call 1-800-947-1441 or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping to the address on your screen. For faster delivery, call 1-800-947-1441.
Well, I'll tell you, Mark Messier may be thinking about what we were talking about. I apologize. I thought the linesman had gone to the referee, Dan Marawelli, and a penalty was going to be called. There isn't. Now, Bill had just talked about Messier saying on another night to a referee about a personal vendetta against him and ripping officiating, and there he is out there arguing on this non-call.
Well, this is a new rule, really an amendment of a rule. It's Rule 61. On high sticks, and we got it right here in the rule book. It says a player is permitted accidental contact on an opponent if the act is committed as a normal follow-through of a shooting motion.
Shooting motion.
You know, it doesn't say you have to be shooting at the goalie, and Palffy was shooting it. He was shooting it off the glass.
Yep, I mean, I think that's a non-call, even though it was an ugly touch. Now the Rangers, let's see if that fires them up. Ooh, both of them just took a big turnaround with his stick. Didn't get anybody, though. Rangers are very upset. No penalty was called. In fact, there haven't been any call recently. Only upsets them even more. Amchinov cleared it back out. So the Rangers are short a forward and a defenseman now. Newton the shot. Saved by Tommy Salo. Amchinov's shot blocked out deep. Goes to the boards. It'll be played up by Brian Skorensky. He tried. Rangers are fired up here. The Islanders will have to withstand a little bit of adrenaline now from the Rangers. Boom going back. Islanders have shown an ability to do that all season long, even if they don't win. They have not backed off.
Boy, Jeff Bookabin just chopped Marty McInnes, and Dan Marawelli let him get away with it, but he went right to him, and you can hear him over our bike sitter down there saying, "Boop, lay off him," warning him.
There's Leach joining the play now with the Rangers down. He brought the puck into the zone. Islanders would like to slow this effort up a little bit, so Kenny Jonsson lays down on top of the puck and stops the play. Well, gonna get interesting. Miller Lite, league leaderboard. Take a look at it right here. Wayne Gretzky, all-time point leader. with Gordie Howe, the man we'll see Friday night in a Heroes game. Mark Messier also up there on that leaderboard all-time in points. And this season, this stunning threesome, the two forwards and the defenseman have put up some points.
Yeah, there are some holes in the lineup, especially now that Kovalev is out. But when you've got the big boys down the middle, Richter in goal, you've got Leach on the blue line, you've got two centers in Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. You might not be able to go all the way, but then again, if a lot of the dominoes sort of fall into the right slots, you never know.
Gretzky is on pace at the end of this year to have 4 assists than Gordie Howe had points. He would do it by 1 if it happened. That's amazing. Behind the play, a lot of talking going on, a lot of hitting. Arwelli's going to have to be very careful here to keep this game under control. The Rangers very fired up. No call was made on Langdon getting cut. Gretzky moving it in. Gretzky looking to the middle. Pass blocked once. Came through. Nobody there but King. King goes back behind the net. Gretzky stayed up on the forecheck. Islanders just cleared out of there. Icing call. No. Waved off. Richter will hold it up behind the net. Samuelson back to get it. Al Samuelson behind the net. Islanders up 3-0 in this game and out shooting the Rangers 17-11. Gretzky back in, trying to drop it off, deflects back out the center. King again, a good job on D. Gretzky got taken down. Robitaille moves it in. Robitaille waiting for help, had nobody there. Gretzky was coming around, but it was stopped that time by Tommy Salo. Near side, Travis Green, who's got that last goal, moves it out, knocked away by Buchable. Palffy, Hughes, and Green have to go. Robitaille. And Salo the save with Gretzky going behind him. Back-to-back games have got to be more difficult at this point in a career like Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. They're being asked to do that tonight against the Islanders, who did not play last night.
Gosh, the Islanders now really, that looked like Wayne was just trying to draw one there on Scott LaChance. LaChance looked around at Dan Morelli and said, "They didn't do anything," and Morelli didn't call one. But now the Islanders, it's hard for young teams to play smart. But if the Islanders just play smart, no odd man rushes, try not to take any penalties, make sure you don't get caught. 3-0 lead. Boy, especially with, as you mentioned, Gary, the second night.
There's the penalty, and the fans give the referee a standing ovation. Brian Leach, when they're behind, as we talked about earlier, starts to join the play. He got held that time by Steve Webb. And the first power play of this game for the Rangers coming up. Almost an inevitable call at this point in this game, the way it was going.
Had to happen. It was almost inevitable that Steve Webb ended up in that fight in the first period with Eric Cairns, the way he was running around as well and banging into people. Got a half dozen stitches over the eyebrow. 62 for the New York Islanders. He looked around, but he was caught. Dan Morelli has him off for holding, and he should have had him off for holding.
First power play of the game for the Rangers. Chance to get on the board for the best power play in the National Hockey League. First, effective almost 25% of the time. Islanders, good penalty killing numbers as they are 12th in the league in that department. And the Rangers will get it set up with Graves primarily working out in front of the net. Mark Messier, of course, a leader on the power play unit along with Leach at the top, Driver on the other side. Center, Graves dropped the shot. Save, Tommy Salo. Rangers got it down there for the opportunity, but could not convert.
Boy, Vladimir Boroviev just about had his first NHL goal.
Lost his helmet. Shot by Driver. Deflected out deep. Driver trying to get chased, being hung on to. Boroviev sends it back. Graves in front. Shot. Deflected save made again. Tommy Salo cleared up to the point. Driver able to hold it in. Dumped into the corner. Islanders need the clear, and they'll get it. Rangers on the advantage. Trying to get the first one up on the board in this game. Leach with 6 power play goals, leading the Rangers, but lots of others involved. Messier 5, 4 for Central, 4 for Gretzky. Driver starting it up. Back in the middle of Gretzky. Blue line, shot. Off the end of the stick. Rangers trying to hold it in along the line. Robitaille did once. Cleared out of their second chance, Doug Huda. Victor comes way up. The Driver's there already. Randy Wood goes by, and you see the Rangers 0 for 9 against the Islanders this season. In the last 3 games they played, Robitaille kicks it once, over the Gretzky shot, knocked away at the side of the net and cleared out of there by Randy Wood. Now Down to 23 seconds and counting on the Ranger advantage. A chance got a piece. Robitaille the hit. Puck behind the net. Gretzky looking in front. Lost control of it. Doug Huda, the good pickpocket, took it away. Islanders looking for that clear. They'll get it here. Doug Huda sends it up. Knocked away to center to Robitaille. Gretzky coming to help, drops it off. Trying to cut in was Leach, couldn't get there. Just out of the penalty box. Webb in, shot, quick to the save, and the rebound's in the uniform. And now Leach gets into it in the corner.
Steve Webb came cruising right back into the pile, stitches and all, after missing that great chance on Mike Richter. There he is right there. He circled around and came back in. Where there's trouble, you'll find Steve Webb.
Can MasterCard help stop a thief? Any credit card can make you feel secure when you have it, but how many can protect you as well as MasterCard when they're lost or stolen? The answer lies in the tamper-resistant panel that MasterCard pioneered. It makes a stolen credit card practically useless, and your MasterCard even more secure.
They say America's schools aren't up to the challenge. They say no one is providing the kind of education students need to succeed. They don't know about ITT Technical Institute, where skills in electronics and other technical fields aren't just talked about, they're taught. Find out more about ITT Tech by calling 1-800-942-0099. ITT Tech, it's an education that works.
Steve Webb right out of the penalty box after picking up the holding penalty, came out and had this scoring chance on Mike Richter. The Statue of Liberty face on the front of Richter's jersey is taking a beating tonight because he got hit right in the chest again on that one.
Webb looking for his first goal. Almost came out of the penalty box and rode in. 3-0 lead, and Neil Smith pacing. He doesn't like to lose anyway, but he really doesn't like to lose to the New York Islanders. Their GM, the president who's made the moves over the seasons, along with Coley Campbell. This matchup matters. It gets so much hype around New York, obviously, for the obvious reasons. Rangers and Islanders detest losing to one another.
But what does Neil Smith do now with Kovalev down? Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, the core players, the big names up front. They were brought here to win now. Wayne was brought here to win now, not to build for the future. But Neil Smith doesn't have the depth, really, to make a trade to fill up the hole that Alex Kovalev left when he's out of the lineup. I mean, they looked at Boston. Maybe Rick Tocchet would look good on the line with Mark Messier, but you know that Harry Sinden is going to want a couple of young players, at least one young player. The Rangers' lack of depth, now that Kovalev is hurt, is really going to show.
And it'll show in the playoffs in particular if you don't find some help. Nemchinov has not had a good year for them. Has not filled that role on a third-line center position that they needed to play both D and give them some offense. So now not only are they looking, but we're looking for help there. Now Kovalev makes the save on Noonan's chance with a screen going by in front. Tommy Salo has been very tough here in this game. Mike Milbury's team.
Yeah, well, Mike Milbury's got some good young talent. His forwards are one thing, but when he looks back a little bit, he likes what he sees.
We need to have a core of young defensemen. Berard, McCabe, Janssen, and even Scott LaChance have proven to me that they can form the nucleus for a long run, for a long time for the Islanders. Where we need to add to the mix is up front. We do not have enough goal scoring. Those are the areas of concern, the forward lines, but I think the back line and the goaltending is set for a long time to come, and that's gratifying.
Mike hopes the owners will be as patient as he is, and that's a real question because there's new ownership, and he himself admits they want to win. They've invested in a team. They are not drawing well at all in the island, and will they be willing to wait it out with the young kids, or will they want to make some moves to try and win sooner than Milbury thinks they should?
Well, listen, if they make the moves, it'll be their money they'll be spending because Mike Milbury's not in the position to be able to trade. He doesn't have the depth either, and he's right. He does have that good nucleus, but they're very, very young.
Intercepted 2-on-1 opportunity the other way. Travis Green trying to set it up. Leach was there. Bukaboom was there. And they got the job done as he went in behind the net. They did not get a shot off it. But another turnover by the New York Rangers. And a big one right in front of Richter almost.
And with Sigmund Palffy on the play, they can't do that when Palffy's out there.
Don't make mistakes. Messier centering pass. Messier got it over, and who else but Brian Leach? And you got to have some help. Leach joins the play, and the Rangers are on the board.
Well, that's just greatness that beat the Islanders there. I mean, they had people in the right position, but Brian Leach just jumped into a hole and redirected this on a one-timer after it looked like the Islanders were going to be okay in deep, but it was a turnover in deep by Brian McCabe, and Brian Leach was just a hair ahead of his check. I'll tell you what, even there's the turnover right there that McCabe made. An excellent forechecking by Boroviev, the Russian rookie, with Mark Messier right there to pick it up. So there were two guys in. McCabe made a rookie mistake. With two Rangers on him, he needed to move the puck to somebody else because somebody had to be open.
Well, Brian Leach does what he does best. When you need it, he gets it. It's a 3-1 game now with 3 to go here in the second period. Fires up the crowd a bit, and this is where the young Islanders are tested. When you've lost as many games with teams coming back on you as they have, this is the point where you question yourself, and if you do, you could be in trouble. Brian Noonan behind the net. Noonan taken down by LaChance. Fans wanted to call, won't get it. Nemchinov had the hit on LaChance, but the Islanders are able to move it back to center. 16:55. Leach gets his 11th of the year. Mark Messier the only assist on it. Noonan trying to move it up. Had Berg with him, but deflected away by Doug Huda. Nemchinov picks it up. Sergei Nemchinov, last year of his contract, may not make it through the year with the Rangers. He's one of the players who could be traded if there was interest. Neil Smith says there is. But for what is the question? Here's Nemchinov. Nemchinov used to get a goal every 4 games. 91 through last year. He now is scoring a goal every 15 games. And that is not what the Rangers had hoped to get from him on that third line. Gretzky, Robitaille in front, and couldn't catch up the puck. Robitaille was alone on that left wing side. Back through center, Bukaboom reaching in, trying to get it, couldn't. Cleared back in, wide of Richter. Good play by Anderson. Battle behind the net. One back out in front to Anderson again. Bukaboom there. It was Anderson again. Anderson near side Janssen. His shot. Hit skates. Rebound loose. Slot. Shot wide. Reaching in that time. Brian Smolinski. Got a shot off, but wide of the net. Rangers having trouble getting out of the zone here with 1:19 to go in the second period. Gretzky's line back out there. Gretzky in the middle. Gretzky's got a chance for a 3-on-2. Islanders back. Sent from the pass. Intercepted. Poke checked away. Good play by Kenny Janssen. And Bukaboom back in his own end.
Well, that pass to Wayne Gretzky beat 3 Islanders. Mike Milbury will be reminding his guys to take Wayne Gretzky away. They don't mind if the pass beats 1 guy. They hate it when it beats 2 guys, and they really don't like it when it beats 3 guys.
He's speechless on that one. 3-on-3 the other way. Shot blocked. Ranger can't get on the ice. Messier. Messier's backhander. A knuckleball wide. Alf Samuelson tried to send it back to him. Berard had intercepted. Messier knocks this down. Rangers want that second goal right now. Pass intercepted. LaChance. He's got a man up ice. On the break. McGinnis, no. Wow.
That was Ziggy again, Zygmunt Palffy. He corrals that one, or was it offside? Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Okay. But he was looking. Got LaChance, the steadiest defenseman for the New York Islanders, according to the coaching staff this season. Watch Mark Messier after he let that pass go that Scott LaChance was able to cut and try to get it up to Palffy. Messier said, I can't cut the pass, but I'm going to make somebody pay for this. It's a pretty good play by Scott LaChance. That's like a quarterback standing in the pocket trying to make the pass. He knows he's going to get hit, stand in there as long as he can, and then let her rip.
Only 25 seconds left to go here in this first period. Messier stays out front just inside the line. Very tough one to keep in for Messier. Rangers come back. Leach drops it off. And he'll skate back deeper. Boroviev. Boroviev moving. Boroviev. LaChance on him. Trying to get a backhander off. Boroviev in the corner. LaChance blocked out as well. Driver steps up to hold it in. See the time remaining in the period. Graves in the corner. McCabe on him. Graves. One more chance down low. An opportunity, but a bouncing puck never ended up on one of the Rangers' sticks. So Brian Leach gets his 11th of the year from Messier, the only one up there. The Islanders added one in this period with Green getting it. They've got a 3-1 lead. ESPN News coming up right after.
This is Dick. Dick is a creative superstar and the man behind the advertising you're about to witness. We gave Dick a six-pack of Miller Lite and some money and asked him to come up with an idea for Miller Lite. Dick figured the concept ought to be called Miller Time. It should be fun, entertaining, and unexpected. Also, if every commercial had a general Miller Time start and ending, in between, anything could happen. Watch this. This has been a Miller Time presentation by Dick. Thank you for your time.
If recent rains have you concerned, if you think your old roof may need replacing, call this 800 number and schedule a free in-home estimate from America's #1 roofing contractor, Sears. Now through Sunday, you can take advantage of $300 off when we install selected 30-year shingles. We'll remove your old shingles, do all the prep work, and leave you with more than a roof, a beautiful new roofing system. Call for your free estimate right now. We can even arrange for monthly payments as low as $96. If you don't know roofs, then get peace of mind by knowing your roofer, Sears. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Hurry, this offer ends Sunday. $300 off selected shingles and payments as low as $96 a month. For installed roofing, gutters, doors, and fencing, call this 800 number right now. Improving your life by improving your home.
From the worldwide leader in sports, this is ESPN News.
To those of you watching the Battle of New York between the Islanders and the Rangers, welcome to ESPN News. We'll get you back to the Garden after an update from the only place you can get the latest on the world of sports anytime you want it. I'm Bob Stevens, along with Chuck Garfien, who begins our update on Frozen Pond.
Yes, we will. And like George and Wheezy Jefferson, the Montreal Canadiens are moving on up. In their last 9 games, the Habs are 5-1-3, and after a slow start have jumped past the Whalers for 3rd place in the Northeast Division. Tonight they're at home facing the Stars. Montreal on the attack. Mark Recchi breaking in with Vincent Damphousse. No good. Now Dallas with a chance of their own. Stars controlling. Sergei Zubov shoots in front. Jocelyn Thibault with the save. Zubov can't believe it. No one can, except for Thibault. Now, second period, Jamie Langenbrunner finds the promised land, a power play goal for Dallas, his 11th goal of the season, and they're moving into the 3rd period. Dallas leading 2-1. Dallas has dropped 5 of its last 7 contests, but coming into tonight, they still led the Red Wings by 2 points in the Central. Meanwhile, at the Fleet Center, the Senators and Bruins. Ray Bourque with the goal there. And now, Ottawa on the power play. And they score.
2 shots, 2 goals.
And your score right now in the 2nd period, 3-2. As that was Krister Olsson scoring for Ottawa. Also, Jason York added a power play goal. Senators trying to snap a 5-game winless streak. Lightning and Blackhawks. Both teams riding a 4-game unbeaten streak. No score right now in the 1st period. Eddie Belfour snapping a 6-week winless streak with a win over the Red Wings on Saturday. Tony Amonte, meanwhile, has 6 goals in his last 4. And 2 teams going in very different directions, the Capitals and the Leafs. The Leafs have lost 4 straight games. The Capitals haven't lost in their last 5, and it's 5-1 right now in the 2nd as the Capitals doing it. They're 3-0-2 in their last 5. Well, the Detroit Red Wings will have to go without Sergei Fedorov for a while. This after the team placed the star center on the 7-day IR with a groin injury. The 1994 Hart Trophy winner had been hot lately, scoring 7 goals with 6 assists in his last 7 games. But the injuries don't end there for the Wings. Darren McCarty will be out indefinitely after doctors today found a blood clot in his ailing right hand. Red Wing officials hope McCarty will be back after the All-Star break. Well, the news is worse for Washington Capital Mark Tenorti. He'll be sidelined for at least 6 weeks after fracturing his right ankle in Thursday's win over the Rangers. Tenorti is the 4th Washington defenseman to go down this season. And after tonight's New York game, get your fill of hockey with NHL tonight. Kenny Mayne and Barry Melrose will be there waiting for you on the Deuce.
Too bad Juwan Howard couldn't play for both the Washington Bullets and the Miami Heat tonight. After all, he's the one who signed $100 million deals with both of them this summer, leaving the Bullets for Miami, only to have the league office void the deal and allow the Bullets to get him back. Pat Riley was the big loser in this deal. Howard, of course, the big winner. Tonight, they all met for the first time since Juwan got rich. He was not buying. They were playing in Miami, and the crowd was making sure that Juwan had a rough night, booing him every time he touched the ball. He touched it early and often, gets the early 2 there, but the Heat take control. Tim Hardaway backs in and banks it in. The Heat up 26-24 early in the second. A 12-0 run in the second period gives the Heat the lead. Hardaway with the steal, feeding Alonzo Mourning, a good pal of Juwan Howard's. Zoe gives him something to get excited about, slamming it home as the Bullets are now trailing in this game by 16 points. Howard made his first 6 shots in the first quarter and has just 2 points since. The Heat on top of this one by a 72-56 count. The Heat coming off their first bad trip all year, losing 3 out of 4 in the West after starting 16-2 on the road. The Bullets, one of just 8 teams in the league over 500 on the road. Lenny Wilkins and Mike Fratello trying to remember which benches to sit on. The Hawks and Cavs, who these guys used to coach on the other side, battling for third in the Central behind the Bulls and Pistons. Cavaliers and Hawks are tied at the end of 3 at 69. Great battle between the 2 point guards, Terrell Brandon and Mookie Blaylock, one of them liable to be an all-star selection as they play. 3-1, Islanders leading the Rangers. And those interesting jerseys. We'll have more on that and more from ESPN News right after this. Stay with us.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message, click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. I've gotten help with my golf swing, planned my next vacation. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines, everything from Business Week Online to Cycle World, and I can browse them all. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 50 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
New unlimited internet and AOL for one low price. Call 1-800-817-1600 for your free 50-hour trial. Call now.
From ESPN Labs, a breakthrough in sports coverage.
What about an interactive ESPN?
ESPN Net Sports Zone, with everything you need to be a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone.
NBA action from tonight ended the third quarter. The Jazz leading the Sixers 70-63. Karl Malone with 21 through 3. The Jazz have lost 8 consecutive road games. That could end tonight. Magic and Nets in the third quarter, and the Nets leading 78-69. Orlando has won the last 6 in the series, including the last 3 in the series.
Little NFL news for you. Bobby Ross might just be the best coach available on the landscape this winter. And beside the job he left in San Diego, it can be argued that the Detroit Lions are the closest available team to a Super Bowl, a place Ross has been, but the Lions have not. Sounds like the makings of a marriage. William Clay Ford sealed the deal today, giving Ross what Bobby Beathard would not out on the West Coast, nearly complete control in exchange for a little tighter rein on a talented team that very often took advantage of the warm and fuzzy Wayne Fontes.
I think it really got down to certainly the traditions of this organization, which I think go back to the original years of the National Football League. And To me, that was exciting. I'm a traditionalist. I go back a lot to that type of thing, and I think that there's a very, very rich tradition here. Certain things jump out at you right from the very beginning, and certainly you start with Barry Sanders, who is obviously perhaps the greatest running back that's ever played this game. And it's going to be a thrill for me to have the opportunity to work with someone like that.
Turnarounds are a Bobby Ross specialty, especially in San Diego, where the Chargers were 30-49 before Ross and Beathard 47-33 with the now divorced pair. In his first year in San Diego, he went from 4 wins to 5. Charger GM Bobby Beathard has interviewed the Saints' Jim Mora, looking to talk to Kevin Gilbride and Vic Fangio. More on that on ESPN News. You're back to the Garden after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. Every other month, Launch, the entertainment CD-ROM, comes packed with the latest in music, movies, and interactive features.
I can see exclusive Launch interviews and live performances with my favorite bands.
Launch is the only place where I can listen to the music while reading a review.
Keep up to date with the latest in the entertainment world. And now you can check out Launch for free. Just call this toll-free number. Over 50 minutes of music, behind-the-scenes film features, and much more. Hang out with great artists like Alanis Morissette, Bush, B.B. King.
I can see performances from great new bands, like the Verve Pipe.
Hear them say things you can't hear anywhere else.
And as a girl, I was really burdened by it.
You can listen to the music while reading the review before you buy.
I never take myself too seriously, cause everybody know fat birds don't fly.
Launch also gets you exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage of today's hottest films. Inside scoop from stars like Patrick Stewart, Alicia Silverstone, and Sinbad.
It's so great. You could have called someone much faster and gave the information to them. Meet me online.
And now, for a limited time, you can check out Launch absolutely free. Just call this number to get the next issue of Launch at no cost or obligation to you. If you like it, you can get a full year subscription, a $60 value for only $19.95. Call now. This is a limited time offer. If for any reason you decide not to continue, just return the invoice, mark cancel, and owe nothing. The issue of Launch is yours to keep. Free. Get yours. Get Launch. Call now.
Great timing, guys. Play for 13 years and I retire, and now you're coming out with this sports news channel? All these scores and highlights are really going to help my career. Look at me now. Gardening. Morons. You guys want to kick my dog while you're here?
MasterCard presents the NHL Cutting Edge Play of the Week.
Yzerman pulls it back, forehand chance, and he scores! Steve Yzerman! What a move by Steve Yzerman.
MasterCard, official card of the NHL and proud sponsor of the Cutting Edge Play of the Year.
Back here at Madison Square Garden, the Islanders trying to upset the Rangers here in this fourth meeting, have the 3-1 lead as they get ready for period number 3.
And the Rangers scored in that period, but the Islanders are hoping their rookie defensemen don't make mistakes like McCabe did. He was going back for the puck. He knew Derek King had Boroviev. Janssen had Mark Messier. Now, he knew that. But he also knows that that coverage can't hold up forever. You've got to move the puck. He went back, didn't move it. All of a sudden, look, 3 Rangers taking him out. Boroviev took him out. So Gray went to the front of the net for a screen. Mark Messier picked up a loose puck, hit Leach as he was coming into the slot. And that is the goal that the Rangers scored. When Leach redirected it, Graves was in front. Also, 3 Islanders screened Tommy Salo. No chance at all.
Leach got the goal, and on the bench of the New York Islanders, a little dismay. Mike Milbury, their coach.
For years, ESPN has been working to improve sports for the fan.
This innovative device gives a new perspective while adding just 26 pounds to a basketball. The Bruins from UCLA toss it around.
Too cumbersome for lively play, the ball cam eventually led to a breakthrough in coverage for all sports, ESPN Net Sports Zone. With Dick Vitale's column, game flow charts, everything you need to be a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone, technology for you.
Introducing the first motorized treadmill good enough for the Nordic Track name, Power Tread Plus.
Nordic Track reinvents the treadmill with advanced features like an interactive polar heart rate monitor, fingertip elevation adjustment, innovative cushioning system, a Health Club quality treadmill at a fraction of the price, and it folds for easy storage. Plus, our exclusive arm exerciser for the total body workout you've come to expect from Nordic Track. Power Tread Plus, only at your Nordic Track store. For the store nearest you, call 1-800-TRACK-17.
It's women's NCAA Sunday basketball. Center Leslie Johnson leads the Lady Toppers against highly ranked Louisiana Tech and standout point guard Tamisha Jackson. Western Kentucky versus Louisiana Tech at 5. Sunday on ESPN2.
Fire on Ice, ESPN2's coverage of the National Hockey League is brought to you by Gateway 2000. Personalized computers shipped factory direct. And by the new Coors Light Wide Mouth Can. Tap the Rockies with a smoother pour. And by Edge Shave Gel. Save your skin. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Luke Robitaille will be looked to by the Rangers to pick up the pace. Had a goal in last night's game. Struggled for part of this season. Did he ever feel as though he had lost that scoring touch he had in his life? Robitaille said this.
Scoring goals, like I said before, even when I wasn't scoring, is about getting scoring chances. You know, as you can tell, most of the guys that score a lot of goals usually have the most shots. So that means you miss a lot. You get a lot of opportunities. And this year I've gotten a lot of opportunities throughout the whole year. They just weren't going in at the beginning of the season. And I got caught sometimes thinking, you know, and if you start thinking out there, you're not playing the same.
Just put your stick down.
Yeah, you don't have to think much playing with Wayne Gretzky. Just stay ready most of the time, and there really have been a magical combination. I mean, even in this game, they've connected on 2 or 3 terrific passes.
Well, we understand Karpovtsev's injury in blocking that shot that has taken him out of the game was to his foot now, so he is out of there. We'll keep an eye. I don't know if Langdon came out here or not. We haven't had time to check, but we will, and see if the Rangers are going to be shorthanded here by 2 or 1. In the middle, Berg. Tommy Salo makes the save, kicked it into the corner. Rod goes over and puts the hit on Berg, and we are underway here in the third. Great to have you with us on Fire on Ice here in the Deuce. And the Rangers fired up after Langdon get cut one out of the game. They thought there should have been a call. We disagreed and thought the referee had it right, but it fired the Rangers up a bit. They got a goal, but they're still 2 down. Shot wide of the net on the near side to Noonan. Lukaboom will give chase here, and we'll get an icing call on the touch by Brian Leach, who has that Ranger goal. And that'll whistle it here in the first minute of the third.
And if we see the Islanders ice the puck a lot, they're going to have to take faceoffs in their own end. And playing in their own end isn't their best place for Zygmunt Palffy or the young defense. So it's one of those double-edged swords for Mike Milbury's young defensemen. They want to get the puck out of the zone, but they don't want to get it out far enough to ice it to bring it all the way back into their zone. What Mike has to want his guys to do is, come on, guys, be cool, but let's play in their end some. We got to play in their end.
Don't get on your heels here early on against the Rangers, or they will make you pay in the likes of Gretzky and Messier. There's Mark, who is out on the ice now. Mark Messier waiting to take the face-off. Gretzky on the bench.
Even there, Gary, little confusion. Rick Bonas, the co-coach over there, was yelling instructions. Brian Smolinski now moved over to the boards. Everybody was in the right spot. It didn't matter because Claude LaPointe won the face-off.
LaPointe won it, got it back in behind the net. McCabe tried to kick it out, couldn't. Samuelson the shot, deflected out deep. Samuelson shot that one right into the defenseman, LaPointe. LaPointe tried to give chase at the other end, gets pushed away from the puck by Bruce Driver. And Graves will come to the middle. Graves with Messier on the left side, brings it in. Graves dropped it back, and it couldn't be handled. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Driver the only one back. Samuelson trying to help. Shot. Richter, big save. Rebound somehow was missed. Oh, what a chance for the Islanders. What a chance for Brian Smolinski. He had an empty net with the initial shot, pulling Richter to the near side. And Smolinski could not drive it home. A break. We'll see what effect it has in this game as far as the Rangers are concerned. That could have been a 4-1 game right there.
That had to have been enough had he been able to put it home. I don't know if somebody was tugging at Brian Smolinski's arm, but you're right, Gary. The net was wide open looking at him.
And it just fell to that short side. Didn't go anywhere on the shot that he took. Gretzky back out. Gretzky moves to the middle. Will send that one into the corner. Faced down by Doug Huda. Huda goes down himself, draws the puck back in, then had to cough it up. It was going to be called for delay of game. Sundstrom got it out in front. Luke Robitaille, Nicholas Sundstrom, Wayne Gretzky, and the Rangers are within 1.
got a horse race. And Mike Milbury has now seen his team make 2 errors that have cost them goals in their own zone. Nicholas Anderson at one point before the goal was actually scored right here, number 32, looked like he tried to make a pass that was cut off, came out in front, and Tommy Salo didn't have enough time to react. No, Mike doesn't like it, but it's not the first time he's seen it, and he knows it's not the last.
A long way to go in this game. That's a big goal to get early. 3-2 now, the Islander lead. That had been 3-0. So the Rangers have come back, and they got a chance right here. Nicholas Sundstrom has made it a 1-goal game. The Islanders now really forced to play some offense and get into that Ranger end. Kicked around to the wide side, held in by Randy Wood for the moment. Islanders trying to get one back. Dumped down intended for Wood. Samuelson pushes it around the board's far side. Intercepted by LaPointe. And tied up along the dasher. Driver was over there. Wood comes in and digs it out. Randy Wood back up on top. Screen in front. Deflected wide. Just wide of Richter on that short side. Good work down low that time. In had LaPointe in front. Blue line chance. Tommy Salo blocks it. Deflects to the corner. Back through center. The Islanders. Both teams changing. Messier's got the puck. Messier sends it ahead. Berg giving chase. McCabe. Berg. And McCabe to the Islanders. Up, not out, held in, far side, Nemchinov. Rangers in a 2-on-2, Leach cutting to the net. Leach set up in front, wraparound chance by Newman, deflected wide. Salo had gone down, was leaning on his hands on that shot, but got it wide of the net. Travis Green, the chance, hit for the save. Big hit on Green. The fans are back into this game. And so are the Rangers down by 1. Going to the middle, Nemchinov. The chance kicked it away. Travis Green and the Islanders able to get it out. Looking up ice for Palfy, who was breaking. He had to skate along the blue to stay onside. Brian Leach wide side. Bukaboom tried to drop it up for Noonan. Deflected there momentarily. Noonan reaches back to get it. Leach is charging up ice. Yep, he's back in the offensive flow. He's just digging out of there when anybody with a Ranger jersey's got the puck and he's free. He was charging up the middle that time, like the forward. Kicked away by Anderson. Into the end, Smolenski. Islanders changing, he had to wait. And paid for it in the corners, down he went. Gets back up, driver kicked it away. Smolenski moving over, Gretzky there with him. Gretzky partially deflected. Came back to the line, McCabe holds it in. Samuelson back there. Drop pass along the boards, bounce. Cleared up, Robitaille tried to hit it with a high stick, couldn't. There'll be an icing call on the Rangers. McCabe back on the touch. We've got a good one for you. 15-15 left, lots of time. Right here in Manhattan, Madison Square Garden, Midtown, New York. That's where we'll be right back to.
This is the Silicon Prairie, where we get 30,000 calls a day here at Gateway 2000. How come?
Because it was the best value.
I got my money's worth.
We built the computer that I needed.
I needed a high-performance machine, and that's what I got.
And they were great. I felt comfortable right away.
Great big boxes look like a cow.
I got a fork.
Gateway computers feature the Intel Pentium processor. To find out more, call 1-800-GATEWAY. Isn't it time you called? You're watching the Coors Light channel.
See, people? That's why we don't sell them like that.
Mr. Smooth, looking good.
Oh, my O's were closed.
And now a Coors Light party prank. Coors Light channel.
Luc Robitaille has been credited with the Rangers' second goal.
And really here the Islanders had a chance to get it out, but Doug Buda fell. And still Nicholas Anderson came in and had a chance to do something with it, but he didn't do anything any good. He dumped it to Sundstrom. And Sundstrom, I think, is the guy that dished off to Robitaille.
Yep, and has made it a 3-2 game. So the Rangers right back. Gretzky gains the red. Rangers make the quick change. Tommy Salo knocked it away. Islanders, remember, in 16 games where they've had a lead going to the third, they have won only 8. They lost only 1, but 7 ended up as tie games. LeChance sent it ahead. Break-in. Save made by Richter. Richter working on Anderson. Nicholas Anderson cutting in. Great play and a big save. He had a lot of room coming in on that left side. Got by the D.
That is key, and also the Brian Smolinski miss. Remember, we said mark that one because Brian Smolinski had a wide open net and somehow misfired.
That'll be called on the icing here against the New York Rangers. 14:24 left to go. And Robitaille's goal is number 19. Nicholas Sundstrom did get the assist on it.
Oh, Bruce Driver gambled and lost on that one, but it didn't cost him thanks to Mike Richter. Anderson was able to slip by Bruce Driver. Driver went for the pass instead of dropping back with the man.
Now Neil Smith a little more intent in watching instead of pacing.
Brian Smolinski sitting on the bench, happy guy, talking this morning. Hey, making good money and he's playing a lot of hockey. What else do you want?
That's what you're here for, huh? That one is sent in again on the offside. This time it's called on the Islanders. A lot of time left in this one here in the third period. All-Star Friday coming up this week, Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern and 6 Pacific. We will be there. ESPN will be covering both the Heroes game. You'll see the skills competition following it. Gretzky, Messier, Patrick Roy, they'll all be competing in the skills competition. Likes of Gordie Howe will be there for the Heroes. Our own Darren Pang's going to be in net. We'll be wired up, and we'll have a lot of fun, as we always do, in that Heroes game. Hope you'll join us this Friday night from San Jose. Off the far side, Rangers. Big hit as Johnson goes down. Messier there. Johnson, I don't think, saw him when he turned around. Bukovic just took a big hit the other way. Shot. Richter the save on Claude Lapointe.
Well, Mike Richter had 3 get by him in the first couple of periods. At least a couple of them we say, gosh, I wonder if Mike Richter should have stopped that one. Well, he is earning his paycheck right now. I'll tell you what, he made a terrific save on Nicholas Anderson moments ago and a fabulous glove save right there on Claude Lapointe. The Rangers aren't in a position yet with 13:55 to keep giving these Islander guys chances. I mean, they have to play it tight and wait for their chance. It's not the time to gamble. Go for low percentage plays and leave yourself wide open defensively. The Islanders are going to get one here if the Rangers play loosey-goosey.
Big face-off man, Claude Lapointe out there to take the draw. Won by Messier, back in behind the net. Leach clears it up for Graves. Messier in the middle. Messier will move it in. Messier himself wanted the shot. Hook checked away as 2 Islanders immediately moved in on him, including McCabe, who is still there with Messier in the corner. Messier and McCabe do battle along that wall. Graves moved over, trying to cut it up. There's Messier again as the hitting pretty ferocious in that tangle. Richter drops it off for Bukovic. Bukovic spun around Claude Lapointe. Richter a little bit of a collision. This is going to be an icing call. No, waved off. Never got down. Hit put on by Graves after Breider turned it up the near side boards to get it out of there. The chances passed, partially deflected into the zone. Chased down by Gary King. King spun around. Breider was with him. King looking to the middle. King moves it up along the near side. Rangers pinning him up against the wall momentarily at least. He hit with Palffy battling behind the net, had it taken away. And Chinoff is up ice. And Chinoff a little run, couldn't get it for the pass. Got to be played there by Tommy Sallow, avoiding the whistle. Berg in the corner. Bouncing on him. Noonan comes over to help out. Noonan tried to hold it in, had it deflected away. And back come the Islanders. The pace really picks up here in this game. Thomas Green had his shot blocked. Green came back to get it himself, battled up the air. Now Samuelson's got it. Samuelson, he gets it back on the line side. Berg will send it in again. Rangers will change up behind the play. Up to the point, Palffy couldn't handle. Green turned around to see who hit him. Palffy was looking as Bukovic took a charge at him. Third back into Gretzky. Gretzky nobody with him for the moment. Pass along the blue line was intercepted and moved out of the zone by Anderson. He got pinned up by Bukovic. Heading over. We're going to late line change here. Cleared up near side to Robitaille. In the last goal, Robitaille tried to hit Gretzky. Picked up there by Janssen offside on the Rangers. A good one from the Garden.
What's with young players these days? Take Kevin Garnett.
I was out of my league.
I gotta help this guy. He was shaving with a phone. My word. Hey, Head Shave Gel has 6 lubricants, so it protects better than foam.
Nobody told me.
No. Front to back. Front to back.
Edge Shave Gel. Save your skin.
I think it changed his life.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's frost brewed to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Hey, where'd you come from?
The Hall of Fame, my man. You guys look bigger on TV.
New York Islanders 3-2 lead. You see the time remaining here in this third period as this great rivalry is renewed. Games this season, third period.
Belong to the New York Rangers and Colin Campbell's guys. Boy, his defenseman got to be a little tired now since Karpatsev went down with that foot injury. We haven't seen Eric Cairns, so what that means is that only 4 defensemen have been in the rotation. Ryan Leach, Jeff Bukaboom, Ulf Samuelsson, and Bruce Driver.
Very short bench on that end of it. All right, Coors Light storyline here on the Deuce tonight. Power play wise, 1-for-1 the Islanders. Rangers have had only one, didn't convert. The series, neither team's won at home. Robitaille's 19th is the second of the night for the Rangers. Green's 1-1.
Our Coors Light replay started with Doug Huda falling behind the net, and the Rangers forcing a turnover. Sundstrom, really a terrific little pass to Luc Robitaille, who had to pull it from his backhand to his forehand. The touch is back for Luc.
Robitaille, who had wondered whether they were going to come this season or not, not wondering anymore. They've been there for him. Back in near side for the top, blocked and deflected into the corner. Rangers Robitaille looking for his second that time. Gretzky stays out there. Nicholas Sundstrom and Robitaille with him, flipped up over the Islander bench, drawing the whistle with 11:33 left to go here in the third period. And it is now a heated battle. This game has ebbed and flowed along the way.
You know, Luc Robitaille is a better all-around player now than he was when he played in Los Angeles, and he was scoring 60 goals. I mean, the goal that we saw him score last night, where he really put together a great defensive shift in his own end and then headed up ice to score the goal. He takes care of business in his own end. He said, you know what, I realize that's how I have to play to be a contributor on the Stanley Cup team.
Which he hopes the New York Rangers are going to be once again this season. Face-off Rangers have to get back on side. There is Robitaille looking for Gretzky. Found him! A good draw to the forehand for the shot. Good setup by Robitaille. Just not enough room for Gretzky that time. Islanders trying to convert the other way. Smolinski had a couple of early chances. The line along the boards. After he freed the puck up, Smolinski came back to get it. Nobody there along the blue line. Brian with a good chase. And Berard tied for 9th among rookies in scoring. Playing very well in his first year. There's another one of those long shots. Rattled the glove.
Mike Richter, I'm sure he was really convinced he had that one.
Like he was bouncing that one around inside the glove. Here's Randy Wood trying to run it in. Instead, he gets knocked away at the side. Down the front of the net went Driver, the Ranger. Driver gets back up. Been hitting over there in the corner. Wood able to kick it away. Back in front, Islanders try and get it there. Couldn't. 3-on-2 chance for the Rangers. Islanders get back. Graves over to Messier. Not quite hard enough. Good play defensively. Ryan McCabe will knock it away. Sent back into his own right side. Messier, a little room. Messier trying to turn it. His favorite shooting side on that off wing. That time he already the puck pulled back. Good defensive play on it. Goes back against Claude LePointe again. Center pass goes all the way back to the blue line. Not out. Leach holds it in. Leach has got a goal. Trying to come down the middle left. It Graves the shot. Deflected into the slot. Penalty coming up. Delayed call. Delayed call. There it is. Elbowing. Islanders. Power play for the Rangers. Maybe. Players are still being separated.
Yeah, Mark Messier looked like he was arguing even after the call was made. And he's still going after Dan Mararelli to talk to him. So there's an elbow. Boy, is it against the Rangers? It is against the Rangers. Mark Messier is going.
Ooh.
Oh. Claude LePointe, 2 of them, 3 of them. And LePointe saying, come on, how much do I have to take? LePointe had a stick between Messier's legs. Oh, man, that is costly. I thought it was against the Islanders simply because the Rangers had the heat turned up in there.
Well, it's against Messier at 9:59, and the Islanders get the power play. So a chance for them to get that lead up to 2 with 10:01 left to go in the third period. Very few power play chances tonight. Rangers won. This will be the second one for the Islanders. We had the fighting, Webb and Cairns in the first period. 2 penalties in the second, and this is the first one here in the third. That has been it. Penalty one. So the Islanders going to work on the power play. Rangers dangerous shorthanded, but their most dangerous shorthanded man is in the box, Mark Messier.
Now the Islanders, when they come up ice, like to have a defenseman carry it like they got Berard carrying it here. Then they like to dish to Zygmunt Palffy right there. They were trying to get it to him, but Adam Graves got the skate on it. They want Palffy to carry the puck into the zone, but they feel if he starts with it behind his net, he's going to have to pass it to somebody else. So he's the second guy to get it.
Let the defense get it up to center ice. Shot in from the other end, that time by Buchanan, knocked away by Tommy Salo. Back to get it Berard. Ryan Berard. Near side Smolinski. Healthy. In the middle. Looking for a little help. Nicholas Sundstrom rode him off to play. Rangers able to clear it the length again. Tommy Salo again out. Michael very hoping. That is Islander team can get this lead back to 2. It had been 3-0 in this game before the Rangers got one on the board. Travis Green. Green gets pinned up on the near side. Left the puck in the corner. Let's set it up here. Palffy goes back on top. Shot Berard. Knocked away Richter. Rebound Green. Found on the attempted shot. Rangers play it safe and get it out and change up. 40 seconds left on the power play. Back in behind the net. Marty McGinnis. Through center. Sends it down the near side, but he wasn't over the red line. Icing call. Mistake by McGinnis that time as he was right along the red line, but not far enough for the faceoff back in the Islander end.
Well, the Rangers are real dangerous, you know, when they're shorthanded, but Colin Campbell's guys have to make sure that they kill this one off, and I think they'll be probably more conservative right now in the kill. Of course, I just queued them up to go and get a shorthanded goal by saying that, but their priority has to be really making sure that the Islanders don't get one. If they get a chance, it's got to be safe before they go for it. I mean, they're right on the bubble right now.
They got plenty of time, 8:29 to go in the game, if they can get this penalty killed off. Messier in the box. Face off to the right of Tommy Salo. Short-handed Rangers. Graves will take the face-off. Samuelson back along the near side point. Tried to draw it back to him that time. Couldn't get enough on it. Islanders will take it back in behind the net. McCabe will start it out. Ryan McCabe, 4 years in the WHL. Last season, 1 year in the Islanders. Couldn't move it once. Backs it back again. Rangers. Graves out there helping out on the check. Driving it back deeper. 6 seconds left in the Islander power play. They've got time still. Run in by McGinnis. Travis Green goes to the right side. Green, penalties over. They do not convert. Rangers kill it off. Messier out of coming out of the penalty box, and the Rangers still down by 1. There's Messier on the near side. Tipped it into the zone. McCabe giving chase. Held on to by Salo. Both teams catch up. Islanders completing their chance behind the play. No icing here either. And of course, Buchanan to come back and play it. Shot 25-24 in favor of the Islanders. They have and are trying to maintain the lead. It's 3-2. Robitaille pinned up by Randy Wood. Check back. Buchanan back into the middle. Gretzky's on the near side with Leach. Leach moves it in. Leach in. Backhand chance was blocked by LeChance. Leach gets it back. Buchanan the one-time. Deflected in front. Gretzky was standing there, but it was poked away before he could get to it. Back to center to Leach. Good defensive play made by Brent Hughes that time to get the puck away before Gretzky could move in. Hard wrap around near side. Nicholas Sundstrom over to shut it down. Back up for Leach. Gretzky circling. Gretzky the shot into the crowd. Sundstrom tied up. And a penalty coming on the Islanders. Delayed call. Leach drops it to Buchanan. And there's the whistle. And maybe more than one because the Rangers had the puck and he blew the whistle. We'll see.
Just what does it take to get in shape and stay that way? If you think you need to go to a gym to lose weight, get in shape, and have a body like this, think again. This is Bowflex, a real workout at home that's so good, we guarantee results in 6 weeks or your money back. Think about it. You could get results like tighter abs, finer lines, a stronger chest, and more defined legs in only 6 weeks. It's not magic, it's Bowflex. all of the most effective exercises, plus a great aerobic rowing feature, ready for a quick workout whenever you are. Nothing could be easier. The results you want are only 6 weeks away. Don't think about it anymore. Take action. Call us and ask for a free video and brochure on the machine that works like an entire gym, but fits anywhere in your home.
Well, the Rangers are going to get a power play, but they're still not happy. I don't mean not entirely happy. Hughes is out holding at 13-10. The reason they're not happy is they felt the whistle was blown while they were still controlling the puck.
Right. Well, Wayne Gretzky dumped it right in the middle. See the sweater hold by number 20. That's Brent Hughes of the Islanders holding Nicholas Sundstrom. And the whistle blew, and the Rangers had the puck.
Power play Rangers. Leach out on it. Shot deflected wide. McCabe behind the net. Gets tied up momentarily at least. Rangers down by 1. Their second power play chance of the game. The best power play in the NHL going to work here against the Islanders to try and even the score with 6:30 left to go in this third period. And you see the 3 shots they've had on the one chance that they have had in this game. Messier out on the power play unit will be working in the middle. Kicked into the zone. Boroviev couldn't control it. Messier on the far side steps up. Messier pushed it back. Boroviev passing over there. Back to the near side point shot. Save made and held on to by Tommy Salo. Bruce Driver, long-time power play man, both with the Devils and now here with New York.
Colin Campbell's obviously liking what he's seeing from this rookie. He played his first game last night. Vladimir Nozdroviev Boroviev. Okay, the Nozdroviev isn't part of his name. It's just Boroviev. Got his first point last night in his first shift. He hit Mark Messier with a pass in the neutral zone, and away he went. I'll tell you what, he's got some pretty good skill. He likes to shoot. A lot of Russian players are passers, not this guy. He's a shooter.
24 years old. Dynamo Moscow played there. And he's got some abilities, and he's been a specialty man for the Rangers of late. Down to a minute 20 left on this power play for the Rangers. Messier stays out. Off the face-off. Islanders. Johnson turned it into the middle. Point on the draw, but can't get it out. Messier able to hold that one in. Will head back in behind the net. Driver, the wrist shot deflected by Robitaille. Again, the attempted clear by Johnson. This time it works.
And he went the right way with it. Instead of trying to go up the middle with it, where the Rangers cut the pass, I mean, just drill it down along the boards.
You're just looking for that tying goal. The Garden moving up to the edge of their seats here at this point. Leach sends it to Harderman, intended for Messier. Again, 2 Islanders are right on it. They're able to move it out of the zone. Good play, Marty McGinnis again. Short-handed chance. McGinnis on a crisscross. They'll work it back. Instead of taking a chance, they drag it back to center. Is Pulfin thinking it out. Decided not a good enough opportunity, so he wants the time on. Leach comes back to get it. Ryan Leach moving. Down to 30 seconds of the power play. Gets by McGinnis. Leach drops it off to Gretzky. Gretzky looking. Cut back into the middle. Intercepted. Short-handed opportunity. Up to get it. Richter meeting. In the low. Shot. Richter makes the save on Claude Lapointe. All by himself. Lapointe with a chance for a short-handed goal.
Oh, man. Claude Lapointe showed me something on this. He didn't finish off the play, but was he ever cool? The puck was in his skates, and he full stride kicked it up onto his stick. There, the Rangers tried a low-percentage play. It was actually Wayne Gretzky that tried the pass, and when Lapointe ended up with it in his skates, he got it up into full control, but Mike Richter, no 5-hole at all. But Lapointe tried to do, watch right here, skate, tried to draw Mike Richter to the side, open up the 5-hole with a move to the forehand, and shoot between the legs, and nothing there.
Big save by Mike Richter. Lapointe, another strong game. A very gritty player. 4 goals for him this year.
Look at the odd man rushes. The Islanders knew that they had to keep the Rangers total down. The Islanders have had 5 odd man rushes. They scored on 1 of them, and the Rangers have only had 1 odd man rush. A big reason the Islanders are still leading this game.
And Lapointe wins another big face-off as the Islanders are still short-handed. You see the time remaining on this Ranger power play, and only 5 minutes left to go in the game. We got time for 1 more chance here. Islanders come out to meet them. And Gino drops it off wide side and then heads to the net. Shot deflected wide by Tommy Salo near side. Gretzky moving in. Gretzky fight blast. Clement just held the short side center. Gino couldn't get it. Gretzky got it out in front. Penalty is over. Rangers do not convert. It remains the Islanders up by 1. Centering pass deflects to the near side corner intended for Wood, cutting down the middle. So the Rangers now with 4:30 left to go in the game. Did not convert 0 for 2 in the power play tonight. Robitaille in the corner. Johnson took it away. He gets tied up. Rangers will pitch it down. Boom tries to center. It's deflected around to the near side, though, and cleared up with the Islanders. Icing call coming up on the chase. And there's the touch. 4:11 left in the third, with the Islanders leading it by 1.
Did you know that every time you buy one of our beers, you'll get a date? Every time, honest. You see, every package of ours has a little date printed right on it, in plain language. If the beer doesn't sell by that day, we take it back. Now, I suppose we could put a secret code on our packages, but then all you get is a blind date.
The Olympics lasted just 17 days. The memories are forever. Call 1-800-652-0101 and order America's Games, the greatest moments of the historic 1996 Olympics. Hosted by Bob Costas, America's Games is a must-have video treasure. It's all here. 85 minutes of pageantry, drama, excitement, and emotion. Order one for yourself and one for every sports fan on your gift list. Just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping. America's Games, because the memories are forever.
Gretzky was the hero in the third period last night for the Rangers, trying to be that again here tonight. Watch this shot. Salo is square to Wayne Gretzky. That illustrates why you got to be square. Wayne Gretzky, I think, was hoping for a carom off the pads out front. And if Salo isn't square to Wayne Gretzky, that might happen, but Salo played it right.
2 nights in a row, those kind of minutes for Gretzky. The Rangers want 4 minutes left to get this game tied or better. The Islanders hang on and get this win and get out of their losing funk. On the far side, Boom and King do battle. Kicked away by King. The chance cuts his man off. Graves came in to get it. Messier there. Messier winding up on King. King hanging on to him. King came away with a puck and then centered by Messier. It almost looked like a shot from behind the net.
Slap shot.
Mercy.
How did he ever wing that? Mark Messier's got a real burr under his saddle.
He is really upset. I'm sure part of it is the calls that haven't been made here tonight. He's complained about officiating of late, and tonight the Rangers have complained again. Leach moving it in, lost control. McCabe fell down. Penalty coming. An interference call. An interference call with only 3:28 left to go against the Rangers. Wednesday, right here on the Deuce, Fire on Ice continues. St. Louis Blues will be in Phoenix. 9 o'clock Eastern time for that game. Joel Quenneville regrouping the St. Louis Blues and Brett Hull. Prior to the game at 6 o'clock Eastern, Brett Hull will be the guest of Chris Myers on Up Close on ESPN. The game will be on the Deuce. So, shorthanded as Vorobiev is going to the penalty box.
For a pick along the blue line that took McCabe down. Colin Campbell doesn't like it. We talked about Mark Messier with a burr under his saddle. Watch this. Derek King comes in for the Islanders. Ooh, you better be ready, because Mark Messier is really revved up, and they kept fighting and fighting for it. And there was Mark Messier's pass that came out about as hard as a slap shot. Caromed all over the place before it finally landed.
Vorobiev out of there, and only 3:28 left to go. Third power play for the Islanders. That power play goal that came at 6:01 of the second period, the third goal for the Islanders, is the one that's the difference. And Travis Green had that one. Calpe and Hughes, the other two. Leach and Robitaille, the last 2 goals in this game for the Rangers, drawing them within 1. That's as close as they've gotten. Messier partially deflecting that one. Here's where they're dangerous short-handed. Messier started up ice right there. Derek King set up in front of the net. Johnson working at one of the points, shoots that one in, goes off Leach's glove and stick, and ends up going over the glass.
For the first part of this game, Mike Milbury had Marty McInnes out on the point to generate shots and to generate offense. Kenny Janssen is back on the point, an obvious reason, but the Islanders leading 3-2. You don't want a forward back there. You really got to go safety first and put the defenseman back.
Messier would be salivating if he looked back and saw a forward playing D. Short-handed going down. All rookie team for Janssen, who's just 22 years old, another one of those youngsters. Off the face-off, Messier won it, tied up in the corner by McInnes. Reaching in was King, trying to get it out. Islanders, plenty of time on the power play. Shot it through the screen and deflected wide. King got back out in front. Deflected that one wide at the net, short-handed. Graves dropped it off. Would be handled there by Messier. And the Islanders will take it back in behind their own net and start there. Brian Smolinski. Messier up on the forecheck to force it. 2:33 left to go in the game. With that minute 4 left on the power play. Able to stay onside. Good effort that time by Marty McGinnis. Hugging the line back there.
It was legal. The fans didn't like it, but it looked legal to me.
He went sideways, was able to stay onside. Drop back to the point. Smolinski. Smolinski, top of the circle shot. Wrister deflected. McGinnis trying to pick it up and get the shot off. Can't. Richter just getting back up now in position. Here's LeChance in. His shot. Save Richter. Behind him. They score. It rolled in. Scott LeChance with the opportunity. Went off Richter and dribbled in. A power play goal and a 4-2 lead for the Islanders.
Great follow-up by Scott LeChance. Mike Richter lost sight of the puck after he felt it hit him. Scott LeChance had a guy go down in front of him. There's Adam Graves going down. The shot, Mike Richter does not know where it is now. All he did was cover up because he had no idea where it was. This will be a good angle to show us. LeChance, look at Richter. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, please tell me it's not behind me. It was behind him, and Scott LeChance could see it there, and he skipped around him to give the Islanders a 4-2 lead.
A big power play goal, and that will empty the Garden. And the New York Islanders need to hang on for 2:03 to get out of a rut of 7 games without a win, 0-6-1. And LeChance may just have done that for them.
He made a great play. First of all, he knew he had the guy in front of him, so he had to get the puck up. I think that's one of the reasons Mike Richter had trouble handling it. Went up and hit him up high, but then it kind of leaked through him and went behind him. You could see Mike Richter kind of shuffling over, trying to guard against Scott LeChance, but he really didn't know what he was guarding against. He didn't know where the puck was.
So this great rivalry where you never know what will happen is just that way here again tonight. Fire on ice coverage of Madison Square Garden between the Islanders and the Rangers. 1:52 left to go. And the Rangers staring a defeat in the face. 4-2, LeChance from Smolinski and McGinnis at 17:57. As 2 power play goals have been scored by the Islanders in this game tonight against the New York Ranger penalty killing unit that has struggled 21st in the league. This power play, the Islanders dead last, but tonight has given them 2 of the 4 that are up on the board. Lukanen, stick picked up, is down in the corner. Run away by King again, tried to center, deflects away, and Richter will hold it up. Richter, as we said, has lost only 1 game in the last 18. 15-1-2 for Richter. But the Islanders, turnover, Richter deflected wide on the chance by Brent Hughes. And now the Rangers look like they just want to get out of here. Bad play. Zone tied up along the boards near side. Nope, they're going to let it go. And played back behind the net by Bukaboom. Under a minute left to go. Bukaboom looking up ice. Leach. Robitaille. Gretzky in front of him. Sends it in. Tommy Salo tipped that one away. Salo looking for the net win tonight. It would be number 9. He's 8-11-5 on the year and has played very well tonight. Richter reaching out, able to get a stick on it to drive that away. Back comes Graves. Graves sends it in. Goes it behind the net to Berard. Hit by Graves. Still comes away with the puck. Play with a 19-year-old. Looked the other way. Batted out of the zone, out to center by Hughes, who's got one of the goals tonight. Rangers again, bad pass at center here in the waning seconds. They'll chase it down. And the Rangers may not wear this uniform again. The Islanders have come to Madison Square Garden and have beaten the New York Rangers. They score 4-2 and take a season series lead. 2 wins, a loss at a time.
Have to be happy with this one. I mean, real impressive, especially because they came into the 3rd period with the lead. They made a couple of mistakes that cost them. But in the final analysis, they really held tough when it was on the line and being contested, and the Rangers were starting really to rev it up. So Mike Milbury has to be happy. It's another step in the maturation process of these young defensemen and the young players that he has.
Great performance, a real gutty win for them. Our final score, the Islanders win at 4-2. I want to remind you, coming up next on The Deuce, our coverage of the National Hockey League Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific, the Blues and the Coyotes. That'll be coming from Phoenix. This has been a presentation of ESPN2, along with ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. It'll be coming up NHL tonight. Bill Clement and all of our crew, Gary Thorne, thanks for joining us here. 4-2, Islanders won it. And we will be back for more from Madison Square Garden in just a moment as a very quiet crowd and an unhappy one leaves mid-Manhattan.
Introducing Coors Light's wide mouth can. It provides an exceptionally smooth pour with less glug. This is because of the wide mouth opening. It's the innovation you've been waiting for your whole life. Or is that just me?
Here's your average beer can. Notice that annoying glug sound. Now here's Coors Light's wide mouth can. A larger opening means a smoother pour. Listen. Whisper soft.
Hi, Chuck. How's business?
Okay.
Hey, what's on your screen?
QuickBooks accounting software from the makers of Quicken.
Yeah, I really don't have time to learn new software.
If you can write a check, you can use QuickBooks. Answer a few questions and it tailors itself to your business. Create invoices like these. It has accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll, and inventory, and over 60 customizable reports that put you in control.
I'm going to try it.
Nothing to lose.
Call 1-800-344-8300.
Beauty, adventure, drama. All these and more can be yours in the wonderful world of art. And with this free art test from Art Instruction Schools, you can find out if you have the interest and desire needed to become a serious art student. To get your free art test without cost or obligation, call this toll-free number. Don't delay. Call this toll-free number now. Call 1-800-344-8300.
In the Journal, a rock and roll banker makes massive bets.
A new court ruling could influence communications over the internet.
Will replace Hero, the boss who knows you have another life.
Subscribe now and get 2 weeks of the Journal free with a paid 10-week subscription. That's 12 weeks for 66 cents per day. Call 800-327-8400. That's 800-327-8400 for the Wall Street Journal.
The coolest game on Earth features the fastest guys on Earth. Like Detroit Red Wings' Sergei Fedorov. In a head-to-head showdown against Alan Johnson, Olympic gold medalist in the 110-meter hurdles, Fedorov dominates.
He's not so fast.
The 43,000 people of Northwest Airlines invite you to contribute to Sight First and help sight-impaired people like Brenda Kerrigan.
Because every parent should see their child reach for their dreams. Right, Nancy?
Right.
New York Islanders get out of the losing streak as they defeat the Rangers here tonight by a score of 4-2. And as often happens with these teams, Ziggy does it again.
Well, Zygmunt Palffy got it started. The New York Rangers paid more attention to him later in the game and shut him down, but by that time, a lot of damage had already been done.
Tommy Salo had an outstanding game in net for the New York Islanders, and that's the celebration that came at the end of it. A very happy team anytime they beat the New York Rangers, and especially teams made a difference tonight.
How about it? I mean, this is a wacky world. The Islanders' power play ended up carrying them, and they're supposed to be the worst in the league.
You never know, do you? Kenny Baines and Barry Melrose standing by with a lot more hockey. Guys, all yours.